better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me, and he gets claws real big, pissed off quick, and if you cross him you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score, never getting bored, loves the blood and gore, always wanting more, feeding from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness, torn apart quick, you left scars ripped, you'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Adrenaline pressure, it's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, better do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key controlled by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Hold on, I'm trying to do two things at once. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me hit post and hit post. Okay, alright. There we go. How y'all doing? Are we doing good today? I fed the girls and I fed them a whole can. So hopefully Pumpkin's fat tail will leave me alone. Oh my God. I don't know if it's copyrighted, so I'm not going to play it. Did y'all see? Rich Lux did a diss track to Dan from the H3 podcast. I swear to God. It is glorious. It is absolutely glorious. He did a diss track to Dan. Oh my God. You know what? Screw it. If I have to, you know what? I'll just cut it out. I'll cut it out of the VOD. We're going to watch it. RZ. For $19.99, I realize this is off topic, but yesterday's locale episode showed me how much of a psycho Keem is. I think he is a slick opportunist who uses outrage to unite against a common enemy as an expression of his antisocial tendencies. RZ, are you new here? Are you new, RZ? Did you not know this? First time? First time watching Keem? First time talking to Keem? Are you new? Thank you for the 20. Thank you so much for the 20. I appreciate it. I don't care what anybody says about you. I appreciate it. Okay, look. Yeah, he's a psychopath. Just like the rest of us. Okay, I'm sorry. We gotta watch this. I am so sorry. If this is copyrighted, I swear, Rich Lux, if you copyright me, we gonna fight. There's no copyright under it. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm sorry. We gotta watch this. Okay, it's called I Can't Stand Dan, official diss track by Rich Lux Music. Okay. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? This is amazing. Alright. And if I have to, I'll cut out the vibe. That means the chat's gonna go away, but I don't care. We're watching it. I need this in my life right now. That beat goes hard.
I can't stand Dan. Dan can do no wrong. Dan's the queen. Tired of Dan. I can't stand Dan. Alright, relax, you lame hoes. My life's a reality show. Rich got them talking like there's money I owe. It's funny I don't. Give them what they want and I won't. Keep talking about the drama unless it comes with the comma. My karma's diamond lace Chanel chakra collab. Reincarnate the style, bitch, I been did that. Leaving comments the house, you been said that. Saying I wouldn't last, bro, you been big mad. When's the last time you ever seen it done like this? There's none like this, your man's probably wants some rich. Look, I don't got time for the littering. Trash talk is cheap, probably got him from the dollar bin. I'm a businessman, way more than a streamer boy. Views going nuts, peeping like.
He goes, I'm a businessman, way more than a streamer boy. I'm sorry. No, we doing this. We doing this.
I'm from the dollar bin. I'm a businessman, way more than a streamer boy. Views going nuts, peeping like a beamer boy. Sim a sugar daddy, put it in my hand. My haters are my stands, and my stands I call them Dan. So gross. Oh my god, Dan, he ain't ready for this. I bring the heat and the fire, I got the smoke.
I love this beat. I'm not gonna lie. I do love this beat.
Man, it's a queen. What's going on, everybody? It's Rich Lux. Hold up, Rich. Let me check the fit. Glowing up, getting lit, no Icarus. Probably roll up Galleria limo tent. Probably throw up when you see the love I get. It's not complicated, apparent you make it. You act like you hate it, offended, you fake it. I would say they're real, but you spin it and bait it. Whose world is this? Well, it's mine for the taking. These rumors are endless, you don't mind your business. I'm rumored to make your man flip like a gymnast. What's the point of being rich if you ain't having fun? Busy watching all my motion, you ain't having none. I got my money right. Everything's gonna be alright.
I got my money right. Everything's gonna be alright. Oh my god. I love this. I'm sorry. I love this.
I got my money right. Everything's gonna be alright. Make another video about me. I can make you a celebrity overnight. Yeah, Dan. Made you a celebrity overnight, Dan.
This is the kind of drama I want to cover, okay? You know what? Hashtag bring diss tracks back. Bring them back. Bring them back, okay? Listen, we're already having like a bigger drama year than 2016. Bring the diss tracks back, okay? I need y'all talking shit. Do it to some music. That was a hot beat, too. Can we admit how that beat was hot? I did like that beat. I did like that beat. I'm not even mad at the beat. That was a good beat. Oh my god. That's not simple drama. Seraphine, that is not simple drama. That's drama I don't cover. You know that, Seraphine. I don't cover that drama. And Peter Mon is my silver fox. I love me some Peter Mon. And he can pick and choose whatever he wants to talk about. He can pick and choose whatever he wants to talk about. That's a big problem with that community over there. People telling other people they have to, you know, they have to talk about things. Nah. Peter Mon can talk about whatever he wants to talk about. It's his channel. Well, Seraphine, one thing you're going to find out is every single YouTuber has a bit of hypocrisy in them. Just a bit. Sometimes it's very blatant and open, and literally they say one thing, do another. And then others is, you know, slight. And then you have it where I don't want to cover this particular thing. Yeah. And every single YouTuber is going to have a sprinkle of, just like Boohoo says, every YouTuber has a sprinkle of bias too. You can't name me one YouTuber that don't have any kind of bias. Not one. So, if he don't want to cover it, he don't want to cover it. That's his business. That's his channel, not mine. Akiku, I get it. You've been saying that for days now. I get it. I get it. It doesn't mean it's coming any faster. All right. I have designs that have been sitting in my DMs for 8 months now that I still haven't put up in the store. Okay. I get it, Akiku. You'll want them. You have been saying it everywhere. I know. Plus, not everyone wants to cover everything for whatever reasons they have, which is fine. That's why there's room for more. Exactly. Like, perfect example, the Ava Chris Tyson and Mr. Beast thing. Have you seen me cover it? Have you seen me cover it at all? No. You haven't. The Ava Chris Tyson one makes me too angry. And, the Mr. Beast one, there's so many clout chasers, like they're vultures swirling around the subject. I don't want to give them any airplay. And everybody's talking about it, honestly. And I mean, I understand contrarian doesn't pay the bills, and I'm not really being a contrarian. I'm overseeing it. And I'm over the clout sharks that are just, like, most of these videos that are coming out, they may have, like, say, out of an hour video, they may have 5 minutes worth of good stuff, but then you have to go through the other 55 minutes of bullshit to get to that 5 minutes. I'm just not, no. Mm-mm. You have to wade through all the bull crap to get to what the true concerns are, you know? And I'm sorry, they're all doing it for clout. That I've seen so far, they're all doing it for clout. So. Once you step away from caring about the kids that were literally affected by Ava, that's when I lose interest because I know you're doing team sports. Yeah. And see, and that's another thing with the Ava thing. There's so many bad faith players in it. It's like, bro, what? I will say this, though. There was a video that came out that somebody did on Jake the Viking. And it was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting why he possibly could have gotten fired from Mr. Beast. I was like, oh, wow, Jake the Viking. Wow. 'Cause, 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 No, that was not the Jake Weddle one. Isn't Jake Weddle the failed comedian? Failed comedian? No, there was another one that dropped yesterday. All right, let me pull up Joon's video. All right. All right, I'm letting y'all know now. I know nothing about RTU. So this is going to be a learning experience for me. Okay? Just to let y'all know now. A lot of people, I found that a lot of people used to be really big fans of RTU. Another adpocalypse incoming. Dylan first is spelled A-D and not A-D-D, and I don't think we're having another adpocalypse. Oh no, it might be because you gotta add. That might be what it was you're talking about. Alright. Alright, so this is Joon the King's video. It's called Review Tech USA, a rich history of failure. I got it at 1.5 speed because this video is an hour and a half, bro. Y'all gonna have to buckle up, kids.
Review Tech USA is a tragic case, one of instability where both ends of the emotional spectrum play against them.
Because you're dumb, and your kids will be dumb. You don't come to a stream for someone else's baggage. You know what I mean?
These extreme reactions are coming out at the lowest point of his channel, which previously released highly relevant, low-effort videos taking service-level glances at gaming news or subjects parallel to gaming, though this is no longer the case. Now, Rich's focus is on streaming and producing music to little avail. He's either too subdued by...
Wait, music? He does music? I didn't know he did music. What? Oh, God. No, it's at 1.5. Y'all get used to it. Oh, his songs are bad? Oh, he used to be a producer supposedly for big artists? Oh.
Toxicants, where dead air and awkward pauses fill streams, or sober and anxious, lashing out at those he feels have wronged him, like his former editor, Jay.
You're the sidekick everywhere you go. You couldn't cut it. That's why you became my editor.
Rich's self-destruction has also unearthed a history of doxing.
Bro, don't talk to your editors like that. What the hell is wrong with you?
Poor research that at one point had the former president of Sony called him stupid, and a history of lies and drama that were almost forgotten, but are coming back to form a rich history of failure. In late 2009, a channel named Review Tech USA began uploading. This was Rich Masucci's, an American man with a tech background, second attempt at YouTube. Uploaded was video after video of video gaming consoles, spanning virtually all console generations, from the Atari 2600 to the then modern Xbox 360.
Hey, that was my first console! Atari 2600, let's go! I was a little kid.
These were all...
It wasn't mine, it was my dad's. But still, I played it.
The cop. Simple overviews of the consoles were Rich of Review Tech USA often interjected his own stories with the devices. The same could be said about his other videos that range widely on topics. This one was playing into a stereotype that women enjoy being on the phone longer. This video, though titled Is Steve Jobs Dying, was really about Rich's experience with Apple products and the history of Apple. Those looking to find facts would scarcely find it on this channel.
So he did clickbait. He clickbaited. That's the story of all YouTubers back then.
This could work to Rich's benefit. While he was not very keen, nor uniquely knowledgeable of the products he was reviewing, he was very opinionated and confident in what he was saying. This means he had much to say and many videos to make, evident by his catalog. And after about a year or so of content creation, his beliefs had become established. Rich was a fan of console gaming, believing it was superior because of its ease of access and affordability against PC's customizability that also lends to its complexity.
Okay, I'm not mad at Rich for that. I'll take a console over playing on PC any day. And the biggest reason why, it's not even a console war type of thing. The biggest reason why I have all the utmost respect in the world for people who can play with a keyboard and mouse, I am not that coordinated. I cannot do that. I can't do it. I have to have a controller. I have to. I grew up with a controller in my hand. I have to play with a controller. Now, graphic-wise and stuff like that, yeah, it's better on a PC. If you got, like, the latest PC settings and stuff like that, whatever, all right? But I'm sorry. I have to have a controller. I have to. And I'm not going, like, I can play WoW right now with a controller, but you have to basically go around your ankle to get to your butthole to do it, and I'm not going through all that. I want to be able to plug in my controller and play. All right? That's why Path of Exile is amazing. I'm sorry. I've been stuck on... I have 4 characters in Path of Exile, 2 on Xbox and 2 on the PC. All right? That's how crazy I am with that game. Okay, Sims I can play. Okay, you know what, Squatchin? I'll give you that one. Sims and a game like that, I can play on the PC. And mouse, keyboard, whatever. I can do that. But I can't do, like, games that I have to, like, move fast or whatever. No, that's too much coordination for me. Way too much coordination. I'm a console player. I've been a console player since Atari 2600, damn it. Oh, I've already beaten Madness Returns 3 times now. Xbox 360 version. So.
Taking a side in this never-ending debate meant that his opinions resonated with those that preferred consoles, and those audience members would become easier fans of Rich. But the same could be said about the opposition, all of which could be found inhabiting the same tech space. Blackbuster Critic, or BBC for short, was a creator that pushed PC gaming over consoles. This, in late 2010, eventually led to a light feud between the two, and an online debate hosted by the BBC.
So I'll let you.
Okay, I'm not trying to be funny when I say this. I am not being funny when I say this. But you could tell when Rich was younger, Rich has some pretty eyes. That's the one thing I noticed about Rich, looking at him when he was younger. He has pretty eyes. Goblin's like, BBC is diabolical.
Eventually led to a light feud between the two, and an online debate hosted by the BBC.
So I'll let you have the post first, or the stand, or the soapbox, or whatever the hell you want to call it, and then we'll go from there.
What do you want me to talk about first?
State the case of why, PC gaming is superior for everybody.
After about an hour-long debate, Rich concedes.
I'll be the first to admit that he owned me.
All right,
I'm saying it. I'm the man right here saying it. So, you won't have a good holiday, and I will, even though I'm owned, I will still put this video up on my YouTube channel because they wouldn't be right of me not to do it. So, have a good one, man. It was great talking with you. And everyone...
While things were cordial between the BBC and Rich, they were not exactly friendly. At least not in the same sense of the channels that were promoting Rich's channel on their own YouTube pages like 3 Kilobytes, specifically Mike and Jay.
And I'm Jason, for 3 Kilobytes. My last name is Hoof, and I like to build houses in Minecraft.
Whenever Rich hit a milestone, like a subscriber goal or obtaining YouTube partnership, which meant he could earn ad revenue from his YouTube videos, he made sure to thank these channels.
They've helped me out big time, especially Jay. I communicate.
Pigeon Salad, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Pigeon Salad. It's very nice of you. Thank you. That's awesome.
With him the most, and thank you so much, man. Honestly, the reason I hit 1,000 subs, the second half of it is mostly due to his help. And of course, as many of you know, because probably like 80% of the subscriptions have been from them, is 3 Kilobytes. All of them, of course, but especially Jay and Mike. Honestly, my channel is where it is because of what Jay, Mike, and Kat have done to promote me.
By 2011, things were going well.
Okay, well that's nice of him. Like he credited the people that helped him. That's cool. That was cool of him.
Rich. Not only was he earning some revenue from his channel, he was remaining somewhat consistent and fair with his losses, going as far to release a video titled, "I Can't Defend Consoles Anymore."
Right now, folks, I know a lot of people are going to jump below and write comments saying they can't build a PC, or it's too hard, or it's too technical. No, it's not.
This was inspired.
I'm not building a PC. Y'all kiss my butt. I ain't doing it. I ain't building no damn PC. The hell? No, I'm not building a PC. That's too technical. I'm gonna buy it pre-built. I'm not building one.
by the infamous hacking of the PlayStation Network that effectively brought the online services down for months. Though he did not abandon the videos on the debate, as this was still one of the largest draws of his channel. These were alongside clickbait videos that were presented outwardly as his research, to then be revealed that Rich was reading from a singular article while interjecting some of his opinions. His channel covered a wide range of topics, now even adapting the commentary tropes of the time, like commentary over footage of an unrelated game. Because of the undistilled nature of this channel, his views were hardly consistent. Most videos hovered around 5,000, but some reached hundreds of thousands of views. With Rich increasing his output to now nearly a video a day in late 2012, his views were slowly but surely starting to pick up. Being that he did a face reveal that same year meant that in 2013 he did not shy away from creating vlogs. But Rich was unsatisfied with the equipment he was using. The camera specifically was not HD and had a very low frame rate, and if he did make more vlog-style videos, he could negate the possibility of copyright claims that came from using gameplay footage. What Rich wanted was a new high-definition camera. This is what inspired the video, I Need Your Help, which has long—
Wait, back in the day, they used to get, because I know Nintendo will still do this, I think. But back in the day, they used to get a bunch of copyright claims on playing, games? What? What?
Long since been removed from his channel, but archived third-party compilations that demonstrate how catastrophic not so much this video was, but the endless responses.
I haven't been on YouTube long, y'all. I keep telling y'all, I haven't been on YouTube long. I really haven't. Not compared to, like... And when I did watch YouTube, it was like a video here and there. It wasn't like terminally online like I am now. You know what I mean? I remember when Nintendo used to copyright all Angry Joe. Oh, Nintendo's bad. Squatchin says, I remember when YouTube had a 10-minute limit for upload. See, I didn't know that either. I wasn't watching. I was touching grass at this point.
And poor handling of what should have been a simple situation.
Yes, I know I'm going to be called an e-beggar no matter what I say. But I'm doing this with a twist that no one else has done, because I don't just want your friggin' money. I really don't. I honestly don't. What do I need? I need a camcorder for the show, straight up.
Wait, I don't want your freaking money, but you're asking them for money. Don't, bruh. Come on now. Make your, oh, that's right. It was back then. It's not today. I have to remember it was back then. It's not now. Because I was about to say, make a little thing on the bottom, like, you know, hey, you know, like camcorder fund or something like that, you know. But then again, it was back then. I have to remember that. I have to remember it was back then.
Using gameplay footage, I'm constantly dealing with getting copyright claims on my videos.
Rich goes on to explain how he would avoid the title e-beggar by donating the $500, which is the amount he was seeking for the camcorder, a year after he receives the funds, to a charity of his audience choice.
K-Hug, thank you for being a member for 21 months. Woo-hoo. Or wahoo, actually, is what you said.
What's more, if the donation goal is exceeded, he will refund any of that excess money. This is overly complicated. Even for 2013 YouTube that was less accepting of creators petitioning for money or earning it through sponsorships, the depths that Rich was going to just avoid being called an e-beggar, something only the smallest sections of his audience would even care about, exposed that as an insecurity and point that he could easily be pressured by, easily trolled from.
The only people that pissed me off, even though I expected it, is when people said they donated, and I would see like the same small group of trolls like going around and attacking people.
It did not take long for Rich to get that money via donations.
Oh, wait a minute. Did the trolls get to Rich? Is that what happened to him? Did the trolls get to him? Because that's what happens to every lolcow. Eventually, the trolls get to them. Oh. Hey, listen. I had my moment with the trolls getting to me at one point. But then I had to switch it up and I had to learn my lesson. Now it's like totally different than I was back in 2023. Okay? You know, you have to go through that lesson about trolls. You know, you got to go through that lesson and move forward and learn how to deal with it.
He even bought a cheaper camera that was about $140 less than expected, but he made the mistake of addressing the trolls and the BBC.
Oh.
So I went out and bought a new tool, a Sony HDR 260V. And let me tell you right now, it is a phenomenal camera. And I bought this with my own money. How about that?
That was a Blackbuster critic. While he did not mention Rich or Review Tech USA by name, he did expose the criticisms that he knew bothered Rich. This was bait. And
two Xylies, which one is real? Okay, Joe, let me explain to you something about Xylie Gets Biased. All right? There is a whole multiverse of Xylies out there. Okay? There are everything from Xylie Gets whatever nasty thing you can think of to Xylie Gets... There's Xylie Gets Trans, there's Xylie Gets... There's some really bad ones out there, but there's a whole Xylie-verse, all right? Xylie Gets Biased is the best in the Xylie-verse. There's actually one called Xylie Gets Dunkin' Donuts. They're actually cool, too. I have to admit. I do like Xylie Gets Dunkin' Donuts, okay? But Xylie Gets Biased is the best Xylie in the Xylie-verse. Hence the reason why they have a wrench in my chat. Okay. I miss Xylie. Okay, there was this one Xylie that it wasn't Xylie Gets, but they were called Xylie's Diapers. They were a cool troll. They were awesome. They would go around asking everybody if they have diapers, and when I used to do my chill streams, they used to have me ask the people on my panel, do they have diapers? Do they like diapers? I miss Xylie's Diapers. They were awesome. Yeah. Xylie's Diapers was cool. They were a cool troll. I used to not like them until I realized, no, they're not hurtful. They're actually pretty cool. So, yeah.
Rich.
Wait, there's a Xylie Gets VTuber? Is there really, Nuke? I didn't know about that one. There's a whole Xylie-verse out there. The one mistake I made was naming this channel Xylie Gets. Xylie Gets Real. I didn't think about what the trolls would do with that name. So now there's a whole Xylie-verse out there. It's crazy. Yep, there's a Xylie Gets Racist. There's Xylie Gets everything. So, but Xylie Gets Biased is the best Xylie of the Xylie-verse.
Readily took it.
It's your old buddy Rich from Review Tech USA or Review Beg USA. You've had some colorful things to say about me. Let's just do it the good old-fashioned way and debate it live on Skype and see how it goes.
Rich, no!
The offer's on the table, buddy. Hopefully you accept.
Not only did Rich flub this situation by taking the bait, he also challenged the BBC to a debate, which
I mean, technically that would be good content, though. But the thing is you got to be able to handle it correctly up until the point that you have that debate. It's all optics. It's all optics.
BBC readily accepted.
What I said could be applied to a lot of people. But this one particular person personally came to my video and was talking trash. And if you want to come out and Skype me and debate like you say you do, and I know plenty of things, plenty of questions to ask you, which you're going to goof up on. Just like in our last debate, how I led you by the hand like a child encountering your own points, that's what's going to happen again.
This debate did not come as Rich failed to show, but he did release a video showing that he did purchase the camcorder and did not pocket the donations.
No, why didn't you show up, Rich? No! If you're the one that put... What? If you're the one that put the thing, like, why don't we get on Skype and debate about it? How come you didn't show up? You don't do that. Gaming Wish, thank you for being a member for 17 months. Like the stream. Yes, please do me a favor and like the stream. That would be amazing if you would. Thank you very much.
While the BBC continued to respond, what was more important was that Rich's responses and continually addressing this drama was inviting more and more trolls that Rich was responding to.
Hulkmaster Flax, everyone out there who's deeply concerned about what I'm doing, you need to, don't go into the whole thing, oh, I'm trolling, I'm just mind messing with you. You personally messaged me, told me to calm down. It's flattering, bro, it really is. I'm glad, just make a video once in a while proving that you have a life and put a woman in your thumbnail and we'll all be impressed by what you do.
Even the videos showing the receipts for the donations were directed towards his trolls rather than his supporters.
No, Rich, what are you doing? No. Like, listen, I get one guide every now and then, and we make a spectacle out of it. You know, but like to the people who take it like really far, just fucking ignore them. There's a block button for a reason. You gotta ignore them. No.
All I can say is I'll never do it again. I mean, I hope this proves now that I wasn't trying to, you know, scam anybody or do anything under the table or be unethical. And for everyone out there who's going to go into the whole thing now that I was just looking to get a tax break on my taxes, do you really think I didn't even think of that until after people said it. Do you really think I would have went through all this crap to save 30 or 40 bucks over a year from now?
It turned out that Rich owning this new camcorder and all the turmoil that Rich invited was for naught.
I like the gameplay footage better. It's more laid back. You know, don't. But like 90% of people in the comment section were like, yeah, just, you know, keep it gameplay footage and you know, use the camera for other things with Review Tech USA. I'm like, oh, okay.
This information came from a video where Rich announced that YouTube was now his full-time job. Though it grew steadily for the past 3 years, it was not until now that his YouTube channel was outperforming his job in terms of pay. And with all his time placed in his channel, the results were immediate.
Look, Ninja Style for $1.99. That BBC got Rich acting unwise. Thank you, Ninja. I appreciate the $1.99. Listen, the only reason why I can do this full time is because I am very privileged in having the husband that I have. If not, I would still be changing oil, doing brakes, and, you know, like putting new tires on people's trucks. That's what I would be doing right now if it wasn't for my husband. I am very lucky to be able to do this full time because I'm telling you now, I do not recommend people to try to do this full time, especially where I'm at. Don't go full time just because you got 10K subscribers. No. That's not the type of money. You want to wait until you're big before you go full time. You know what I mean? Don't recommend.
Month after month, his views kept doubling as his output of videos increased like never before. Everything increased. His revenue, his views, and the trolls that increasingly targeted Rich.
Okay, real quick, below is my real Review Tech USA Twitter account. I don't even really like Twitter, but what I found out in my YouTube comment section is someone made a fake Review Tech USA account and was going around saying very, very colorful things on Twitter.
That was only a minute-long video addressing a fake Twitter account. But rants about his trolls kept seeping into videos that hardly needed to involve them.
You're the smartest person on the planet. Doesn't matter how well-spoken you are, anything, you are going to deal with trolling, and it is going to get to you.
That was from his...
I refuse to call it X. I call it Twitter. And back then he would have called it Twitter too, because back then it still was Twitter. And it's going to be Twitter to the day I die. I'm not calling it X. I refuse.
100,000 subscriber thank you video. Discussion of trolls takes up about 1/3 of it. And though Rich states that no one is infallible when it comes...
Buddha Cat! Buddha Cat! True! Buddha Cat said Twitter is the only thing people can dead name. True! True! That's so true! Buddha Cat is on fire today. That's so true, though. Honestly. Twitter is the only thing we can dead name. 100%.
Discussion of trolls takes up about 1/3 of it. And though Rich states that no one is infallible when it comes to trolling, only 2 minutes later he states that he is.
The why trolls don't get to me because I know exactly what their motivation is, and they're pathetic people.
The story Rich is telling is one of a troll that was going...
No! Are you telling me Rich is one of those... Rich is one of those that says that he doesn't care, but he actually does care. And when he says he doesn't care, then he goes into how he actually cares. Oh no. Oh no. That feeds the trolls. What are you doing? No. I had to learn not to do that. I did the exact same thing. Listen, there had to be an intervention with me at one point, and I had to basically get led by the hand of this is how you deal with this. Because I was prepared for a lot of things, but I wasn't prepared for that on the internet. Because I didn't grow up with the internet. And when the internet was around, I really wasn't, on it like everybody else. You know, and I had to learn how to deal with it. Wow. It's crazy. I didn't know that.
Through hardship and was taking their frustration out on Rich. From this, he deduces trolls are pathetic, unwittingly inviting their company and encouraging their existence.
Something constructive instead of, you know, hanging out with your wife or girlfriend or family, or you just going out and doing something else. You think it's a better idea to go on the internet to try to aggravate or piss off or insult someone else.
Oh,
That's
Rich,
the
no.
lamest excuse I've ever heard. That's the most pathetic thing I've ever heard.
Not everyone that increases their output of content sees increases in adverse effects. But that was exactly what was going on with Review Tech USA.
Because he started getting hate watchers, that's why. Necromancer for 2, the trolls be feasting for him. I see.
Still, more strong opinions, news stories that were not as accurate as they should have been, more reasons to dislike him.
Now, I will say, the issue I'm about to talk about was resolved, but it was after I screamed like a lunatic and was raging, and it shouldn't have been this way. I was not happy with the customer service I received, and that's why I'm making this video, and I gotta call him out on it.
This was the start of a series of videos that showcased how Rich was at the center of his problems, molding minor inconveniences into something larger, then directing them to his general audience who would...
Let me tell you something. Your biggest fans are hate watchers. Anybody who has a YouTube channel in my chat, okay? Or anybody who's watching this and you have a YouTube channel. Your biggest fans, if you have, I guess, quote-unquote enemies, your biggest fans are hate watchers. They will watch every millisecond of a video. They will watch a video that's 3 hours long just so they can get a 5-second clip out of you. Just so they can get that 5-second clip. Believe me, I know. Listen, I have been thoroughly trained in the art of hate watching. I know how to hate watch. That's why I love my hate watchers. Hey, y'all. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. You know, I have been thoroughly trained in the art of hate watching because it is an art. I have watched live streams that were over 4 hours long just so I could get 5 minutes of information because I knew that they were going to talk about a certain situation. And all I waited for the whole damn time of watching this long ass live stream was for 5 minutes of information. Ellis, you do it for a living. I don't hate. Not everything I watch on here I'm hate watching, Ellis. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I don't do this for a living. What? Don't one guy me in my own chat.
Typically diagnose Rich as the issue. In this video, Rich discusses an issue with the return of his graphics card, the GTX 770, to the vendor Newegg. Not because there was anything wrong with it, but because he wanted a different card. A slight upgrade, which was the GTX 780. This is an extremely minor upgrade. Regardless, Rich went through with it and sent the card back, including a voucher for Arkham Origins. This Rich details was taped to the outside of the card box, not the shipping box. Being that it was still outside, there is a possibility that it was lost when unpackaged at Newegg. For this reason, Rich's refund was initially voided.
As soon as she said she was returning the item to me, I saw red. Okay, this is a $450 friggin' card that's being bounced all over the country, and I lost it. I started screaming, "This is fucking bullshit. Are you fucking kidding me? I've been a customer with Newegg for years, and I'm getting an item returned over a piece of paper. What? I thought everything was, what UPC code are you talking about? This is absolute bullshit. I can't believe I'm being treated like this." And the thing the whole time, she's like, listen, sir, I'm sorry. Listen, sir, I'm sorry. Listen, sir, I understand why you're upset, sir. While I'm screaming, which also irritated me, I'm like, stop talking over me.
Rich goes on to say he did not regret his outburst, and he did get that refund. And even though he got his way in the end, he still believes Newegg is majorly at fault.
The bottom line is that is not a way to treat a customer.
While Newegg did incorrectly void the return, it was Rich's demeanor and rage at a service employee that was not responsible for the mishap that displeased his audience. Additionally, this was seen as boasting, with Rich likely seeing himself as someone who was stalwart in the refund he deserved, rather than tearing down an employee who was restricted from making an equally furious retort, therefore defenseless. The top comment of this video reads, quote, "Don't lose it with frontline personnel. It's not their fault. They get paid a shitty wage to protect their supervisors and managers from the public. Rip into supervisors and managers by all means. That's different."
Please don't tell me he had a fit with that comment. Please don't tell me.
Unquote. The majority of comments echo this sentiment, while others comment about the chaotic harvesting of dirt in the Minecraft footage being played, likely because his brother was responsible for recording the footage. Rich then posted one of the longer negative responses he got onto his Facebook. Not
What?
once, but twice. This was only one of the videos.
No! What? Oh my god, no! Like every once in a while, I'll mention a bad comment that I've gotten, right? And every once in a while, somebody will write something ridiculous under one of my videos, and I'll pin it. You know, I take the Abbott and Preach approach and pin it as a pin of shame. You know, every now and then. But bro, come on. You just don't do that all the time.
Videos that was poorly received in October of 2013. The second was titled PS4/Xbox One Launch Disaster Imminent. Please share.
I got all of this information from very, very reliable sources, okay? I'm just going to call them little birds. I can't even give you their gender.
What are you, Littlefinger?
Because if you found out any information about them, or if a big company found out any information, they would be screwed. And
No, wait. It wasn't Littlefinger that had the little birds. It was Varys. I think Varys was the one that had the little birds. One of the two.
Blacklisted, and I would be screwed along with them.
Rich plays into how high profile his source is,
Yeah,
and then breaks down all that he was
Pharaohs,
told.
Well,
yep.
I have some bad news for all the guys who were hating on the Xbox One, but it's going to be 720p on both the PS4 and Xbox One. So what are my thoughts on all this information? Well, I hope the sources that I have are wrong.
There were a few speculations in that video that were on the wilder side. Luckily, Rich got his wish granted. A user sent Rich's video to Shuei Yoshida on Twitter, then the unexpected happened. Yoshida, the president's son, responded with 2 words directed at Rich. So stupid. Besides,
No. Oh, that had to hurt. That had to hurt. Oh my God, that had to hurt. That had to hurt. Oh no. Oh no. Oh God. I would die. I would die.
besides being humiliated by the president of Sony, nothing much happened. Rich did warn of the possibility that the information may not be 100%, and his continued success overshadowed whatever negative attention he got. It took only 6 months after this for him to hit 200,000 subscribers, and like his 100,000 sub video, when discussing his channel, Rich talks quite a bit about trolls and drama. This time the discussion took up about half of the video.
Don't let the drama get to you, because once you go down that path of getting defensive and making videos defending your honor, quote unquote, you're down that slippery slope, and sometimes you can't get back up from it.
To direct entertainment in a way that reflects what the audience wants to see, rather than to vindicate the creator, is sage advice.
Don't make your personal problems become part of your channel. You can't, man. You gotta keep your personal problems off. And if you're having problems that you just don't feel like making a fucking video, don't make a video.
Why do I feel like I'm watching Boogie right now? Why do I feel like this is a Boogie video? Like this video right here that they get clipped from. Oh my God, he sounds like Boogie. Oh my God. Remember, I don't know anything about RTU. I know nothing about him except for he creeps me out, okay? And I can't even explain to you why he creeps me out. He just creeps me out, all right? And I haven't watched this video. I have not pre-watched this video, so you got to understand, all this is new to me. But holy shit, that sounds like a Boogie. I swear to God, I feel like I've heard those words come out of Boogie's mouth. Oh my God.
This is the safest route to content creation, but does Rich have the willpower or stability to follow through?
I took down the Patreon
Hey,
account.
Corky.
And many of you are going to wonder why. Some of you think I was trying to sweep it under the rug, which is another reason why I wanted to make this video, because no, here, this video is staying up and people will know that I had a Patreon campaign posted temporarily.
For a period, Rich had a Patreon active in 2014. Its purpose was to make his videos ad-free, but it vanished as quick as it went up.
The second reason, and this is honestly the straw that broke the camel's back, the second reason that I took down my Patreon account is the same people, advertisement videos, like say when I had an unboxing for Dollar Shave Club or Loot Crate, so on and so forth, were the same people who were also complaining about me doing the Patreon campaign.
Oh, God, what are you doing? Oh, no. Oh, no. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Stop. Stop. Retroactively stop.
I do a YouTube commentary channel where I comment on news and talk about my opinions and have a fucking blast doing it. And if that pisses you off, that either means one of two things. You're delusional or you're jealous. And if you are jealous, you need to get out of the house more.
This video was released only 6 months after his 200,000 subscriber video. It shows that the innocuous claims of e-begging still holds power over him. It also shows that, contrary to the new egg video, he is not stalwart in his beliefs or what he does. This was a major criticism as shown in the comments of this video. Quote, "Please never get involved with politics. What a flip-flop. I am disappointed in you, Rich. I thought you were made of stronger stuff than this. Why take down your Patreon account? Because you're afraid of trolls? Newsflash, trolls will always exist."
True.
Unquote.
True.
On that same note, the following month, Rich released a similar video, a parody titled, "A Review Tech USA Hater Tries to Do Gaming News."
Yo, what's going on, man? My name is Steve, and I'm here to expose that.
Listen, Linda. There is nothing wrong with a good dog fight on YouTube. All right? There's nothing wrong with fighting back and forth with somebody. It's good content. All right? It's good views. But I draw the line when it comes to a troll or a chatter. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, for example, I'm not going to sit here and make a whole ass video because I don't like what Sakura says in chat. I'm not going to make a whole ass video on Sakura. Why? Why would I do that? Okay? But if Sakura had, I don't know, 10,000 subs and she's talking shit on her channel, oh, well then let's go. Let's fight. Oh, I'm down. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But why would you go after chatters? Yes, Sakura, I'm picking on you. I knew you'd be able to take it. I knew you'd be able to take it, so I'm picking on you. But yeah, like, why go after chatters or commenters back then? Because I don't think he was live streaming. I don't think live streaming was a thing then. I don't know. But why? I'm sorry, you can't. I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna be for real with y'all. I'm not gonna make any money coming after Sakura. I'm not. I'm not gonna make any money that way. This is my full-time job. You know what I'm saying? Why am I gonna go after a chatter? Why? You know? I love you, Sakura. You know that. You made some excellent Illuminati. Wait, I think that was you. Well, excellent Illuminati art that I used in a thumbnail. I mean, you may make money picking on Sakura. No, I wouldn't make any money off of that. Most people be like, "Who's Sakura?" Yeah, exactly. You were instrumental in some of my thumbnails because I used that art you made of Blair because that was an amazing art. I loved that picture. I did. I loved that picture. So, yeah. So, or excuse me, art, not picture. You know what I mean.
That fat fuck, that piece of shit, e-begging piece of shit, Review Tech USA, and expose him for the fucking bitch that he is. All right, so watch how easy it is.
Actually, JFA, I would do a whole live stream about you because you know how many clips I would be able to get out of you appearing on people's shows, talking shit, or like the crazy donations you give people. I could actually probably cover 2 hours worth of you, JFA. I probably could, to be honest. I could do a JFA exposed video. For real.
To do news stories like that fat white Uncle Phil looking motherfucker does. Look, watch how easy it is. So I have an article right in front of me. Okay, this Blizzard donates World of Warcraft pet sales to Ubulu.
In the comments, Rich claims this was a parody for a different YouTuber. Being that Rich has shown himself to react poorly to his own trolls made this video seem in poor taste. The comments are either remarking Rich as—
look at Matt Jarbo! Matt Jarbo's right there! Look at Matt Jarbo! Look at Matt Jarbo! Okay, Matt Jarbo, I see you.
himself to react poorly to his own trolls made this video seem in poor taste. The comments are either remarking Rich as brilliant or just childish for releasing this video. Quote, you say that don't give trolls what they want or just ignore the haters. And then you make this?
Yeah.
I like your videos, but this was just pathetic.
Yes.
Unquote. This was on top of exposing the ease of reading articles as the center of his job, but in the parody he was framing it as difficult. This was not a good look. It was only a few days later that Rich received 2 troll copyright strikes claiming that they owned the explosion Rich used in his intro. It was clear it was a troll because the channel that had reported him had clips of the BBC debating Rich.
The video is now gone because they got caught with their pants down. They probably deleted it right away, which, sad day for you, is that even when you delete a video, YouTube still has it in their database. So when this claim goes through, or this counterclaim goes through, they're going to look into that. They deleted the video though, so no one could see it.
As an additional response, Rich directs his viewers to his second channel, seen in the description. As Rich periodically addressed his trolls and gave them more power, they continued to grow and expand their list of tactics. In around 2015, they clung on to possibly the strangest campaign of trolling they'd ever use. One that's absurdness attracted those joining for the humor and the absurdity, and others that saw it as a true calling.
Hello, comrades. I would like to present the...
I just want to say about the false copyright strikes, that's the thing about trolls. They can be really, really bad. Something like that can make you lose your channel. Especially with 2, you only need a 3rd one and you can lose your channel. That's not good. That's not good at all.
Big Cheese Anthem. I encourage you to keep hitting the channel and fighting for Big Cheese.
He thought that he could get away with taking $200 from Big Cheese.
This is Big Cheese reporting in. I want you guys to stop trolling, the guy that did me wrong.
I decided to do the decent thing. I made a change.org petition to have Review Tech USA's sponsor Hawk.
Stop messaging me saying to stop something that I had nothing to do with at all. I had nothing to do with it.
Come at me, because what I'm doing is 100% legal.
Wait, what?
This outcry against Rich, circa 2015, was because of a deal that went wrong between content creator Big Cheese and Rich. As Rich had begun taking sponsors for his videos, Big Cheese inquired about a spot for his channel. Their prior deal involved a laptop and things went smoothly. Continuing their dealings, Big Cheese then sent to Rich a desktop. The deal was for 3 sponsor spots a week for what was assumed to be 6 months and an additional $200 payment made to Big Cheese in December 2014. There were issues with the computer's CD drive, but both parties were happy to continue the deal.
Today's video was brought to you by Big Cheese's YouTube channel. For gameplay reviews, gaming music, and vlogs, subscribe to Big Cheese VG. Link below in the description.
This was the only placement for Thanksgiving week. Already, Rich had failed the promise of 3 sponsors a week. But that's when Big Cheese reached out, inquiring what happened. Rich states that the holiday has somehow affected his ability to add placements. Big Cheese shook it off and was pleased.
What? You can't have it like pre-recorded and just add it to your video that you upload? Goblin's like, I thought Big Cheese was eating me. Goblin.
To find that Rich was adhering to their deal to 3 sponsors the following week, but that was it. Even though the 10th of December had come, Rich was reluctant to deliver those $200, instead offering Big Cheese an additional 6 months of promotion. That, or he sends a PC back, which Big Cheese would have to pay the shipping for. Either way, Rich made it clear he was not getting the agreed upon $200, emphasizing that other companies would pay him thousands for the sponsorship spots and that it was not worth his time. The conversation then devolved alongside the deal. Big Cheese made a statement that Rich was going back on his word, which Rich refuted. As Big Cheese would find, attacks on Rich's character was a sore spot.
But when I said something about that financial crisis, when I tell you he flipped on me, he went ham. Cue it. First off, no financial crisis. Secondly, I don't give a shit to keep the machine and pay out money I don't need to. That's called being smart. You get back your product and there's no contract. You seem like a man who was broke and desperate since we were calling out people's financials, but sadly that's not my problem. So before I say something really nasty, bite your tongue. You get your computer and take virtually no financial loss except shipping. The half-working computer you sent me. Don't get smart with me, boss, because I'm not in the mood. Let me know what you want to do.
After a lengthy back and forth with threats of litigation in the conversation, Rich posted this on his public Facebook. But only Big Cheese at the time.
Wait, what did he post on Facebook?
With threats of litigation in the conversation, Rich posted this.
let me put people onto something. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not a pushover. And if you try to screw me over business-wise, I will legally stomp on you and smile doing it. Just a word of advice. Bro, come on,
Facebook,
stop
but only
it.
Big Cheese at the time knew who it was directed at.
I'm a nice guy, but I'm not a pushover. And if you try to screw me over business-wise, I will legally stomp you and smile while doing it. Just a word of advice. Rich, bruh, you're playing the victim once again. You are a victim, an emotional victim.
This was all compiled in Big Cheese's video calling Rich out for going back on his word. Rich, rather than pay those $200 and diffuse the building tension, uploads his own video to counter Big Cheese.
So you get back anything, you lose no money minus shipping, and you get months upon months of free advertising, and you're trying to turn this into me being like a scandalous thief? Go to hell, dude. This is the last video I'll make on it. I don't care who else makes responses. I know people, I was going to keep this private like it should have been, but since you wanted to make it into a shit show, so be it. I'm sure this is going to be an e-drama thing that everyone's going to jump on the bandwagon with, but this is the only video I will make about it.
Without any encouragement from Big Cheese himself, this disagreement alone birthed the Big Cheese Crusaders, random users that formed under this drama in order to go after Rich in whatever ways they could. Rich saw only a glimpse of the chaos to come and buckled under the pressure.
I paid Big Cheese, and I guess I do owe him an apology. Even though I was willing to send back the product, I guess he...
And see, and that's the sad thing. That's the sad thing right there. Because earlier, all right, Rich already showed the trolls that they can affect him. So when something major came up, they got together and go, you know what? We know how to make Rich bend the knee. We know how to do it. That's why you don't feed the trolls. You don't tell them your weak points. You don't do it. Oh man.
He was depending on the money that I was going to send him, and it kind of blindsided him.
Though the feud was ostensibly over, in reality it had shifted between fans and detractors of Rich, some still under the Big Cheese Crusaders. Whenever Rich would slip up in a video, they were certain to catalog it.
I actually truly feel that I owe Anita Sarkeesian an apology. Here's what I mean. Mr. Repzion, he's a...
Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what Joon just said?
Whenever Rich would slip up in a video, they were certain to catalog it.
Did you hear what Rich said? That's what hate watchers do. They wait for you to slip up. They will watch every millisecond of your videos just for you to slip up. Oh my God. All right, hold on one second. I gotta plug in my my vape real quick. I'm just gonna plug it in, come right back. Hold on. Ooh. I should have plugged it in before I went live. Oh.
actually truly feel that I owe Anita Sarkeesian an apology. Here's what I mean. Mr. Repzion, he's a pretty big channel on YouTube.
Videos like Rich's apology to the highly disliked Anita Sarkeesian over threats she was receiving, or just an ill-informed video about how DirectX 12 compatibility works. Comments disparaging Rich would soon become the least of his worries, as he knew hell would overshadow them all. Around April of 2015, a channel going under Review Hell USA was persistent in the ruination of Rich, seeking to affect not only his reputation, but also cancel his convention showings and successfully scared away his sponsors. Though it looked like this person—
I'm gonna be honest, the one thing that I can't stand on YouTube is I can't stand hate channels or anti-communities or hate communities. I can't stand them. Because a lot of times, not saying every single one, okay, I'm not going to say every single one, but a lot of them use tactics that sometimes go above and beyond what you should be doing. Honestly, a lot of them take real world harassment. I can't stand hate channels or anti-communities. Yeah. I can't watch them. I won't watch them. Yeah, I believe he did.
Wasn't the only one interested in threatening Rich beyond what was typical.
This is when shit goes too far. I deal with trolling on a daily basis.
That right there is too much. That right there is too much.
deal with nonsense on a daily basis. I've been DDoS attacked or denial of service attacked on Twitch, so on and so forth. But the message that you're seeing here, still, is a message that I received on Facebook. When you threaten me is when shit gets real.
The purpose of this threat was to both scare Rich and cancel his convention showing. But as Rich draws on, a claim he makes about the advice given from law enforcement is not so believable.
So I actually asked the officer if I should make a video about what happened, and he said, yeah, it would be a good idea. It could give us more information. It could help us get a lead quicker. So I'm actually asking you guys for some help.
It was this line that had viewers questioning if Rich was lying. This sentiment was shared on Drama Alert that was reporting the story.
Now, Tech USA said that he went to the police, and the police told
Drama Alert would be in here. Of course.
Told him to make a video so people try to find this person. It seems like a little bit of a stretch. I'm not the only one that thinks it's a stretch. A lot of people have been uploading videos to YouTube claiming that this is just a hoax for exposure.
Whatever the case, Rich on his Facebook was firing back, claiming that the trolls that went after him will be made an example of. Quote, how this shit is handled on the internet has to be changed, and I'm gonna make that change happen. They know I have info and are scared, and they should be. The anonymity of the internet should not be a safe haven for harassment. Unquote. Those seeking Rich's demise were confident, enough so that they came forward claiming that they were the ones that sent the threat.
We have Lizard Squad here today, and we also have...
Oh God, Lizard Squad. Oh, I remember that. I remember hearing about Lizard Squad. Oh, I may have watched this. And I didn't know who Review Tech USA was at the time.
Review Tech USA. Why did you guys make the death threat? Why did you get him kicked from this event? Don't you think that's going too far?
No, it wasn't going too far. It was actually our associate, Daryl Boot, who called up too many games and told them basically what would happen if he attended the event.
Whether it was from the infamous hacking group, Lizard Squad, Review Hell USA, or any other of Rich's trolls.
Just why? You're absolutely right. Key makes at least one appearance in these docs. True. Drama Alert. Drama Alert was in the middle of everything. Come on now. I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news.
His harassment only escalated as more users were coming out to attack him, which Rich continued to address. Little did they know, Rich was more than willing to sink to their level.
Okay, so the sponsor that came up to me fairly recently, and I'm excited as hell that we're working together, is called shadowsgovernment.com. These guys work with digital forensics, online psychological criminal profiling, and the one I'm going to be talking about the most, okay, is cyber criminal investigation.
Shadow's Government was a self-proclaimed white hat hacker. These are deemed ethical hackers who try to expose security vulnerabilities for the companies or individuals they serve or take contracts with. As much as anonymity is valued in this space, Todd Knisley, the person behind Shadow's Government, wasn't so anonymous.
Todd Knisley was arrested after impersonating a doctor at Somerset Community Hospital.
What?
But he says there's more to the story. Todd was a patient when he wondered just how secure the hospital is, both physically and technically. He runs an online conglomerate of computer hackers from all over the world called Shadows.
As it was quickly found out, Knisley also had several criminal convictions, mostly related to drug possession and driving, whether it be under the influence or with a revoked license.
Oh my God.
Rich had promoted a convicted criminal for reasons that soon became apparent when
Oh dear God. Oh dear God.
Shadow sent out a bounty. Quote, Shadow's putting out a bounty on their heads. Easy money. Announcement. $200 for docs on the following. Big Cheese Crusaders bullshit group. They usually go by Review Hell USA, Review Mussolini, or Review something or other. Unquote. While this is hard to verify with complete certainty as it only exists through screenshots.
Really? Okay, I have to remember this was a different time, because that right there, could you imagine seeing a tweet like that today? Could you imagine seeing a tweet like that today? Like, come on. Oh, I gotta remember, this isn't now.
In videos, there is other information that has yet to be wiped, like this Facebook post that can still be found on Rich's Facebook. Quote, I would like to thank Anonymous, our Predator, and Shadow's Government for helping me proactively identify and locate Redacted, aka Review Hell USA. Excellent work, and I can't express my gratitude enough.
Why would you? Oh my God. Okay, bro.
Unquote.
Here is what happened with that. I forgot about it. I swear on my son I forgot about it. I wouldn't even mention that in that Twitch video. There was a guy on YouTube who was bothering my family and I, to the point that I had to get authorities involved. I'm not going to go into details. Basically, they threw their hands up and there was nothing they could really do. Someone said, which ended up being him, that I have that guy's information. Maybe this will put a stop to him. So I was like, okay. I mean, I kind of thought it was bullshit, but I'm like, all right, I'll put it out there.
Archived is Rich posting the pastebin of Review Hell USA. Quote, someone sent me a possible dox of the psycho that has been relentless on me. I didn't ask for it, and I strongly question its legitimacy.
Wait, Rich reacted to this video? What did Rich say about this video? What did he say about this video? I gotta hear what Rich said about this video. I couldn't imagine watching a video about you like this.
But what the hell? I'm tired of this prick. Unquote.
He was doing damage control.
Anybody.
Probably.
That was the funny thing. I never looked up anyone's information or did anything to get anybody's information. That was just handed.
Oh, he did.
That is
handle
all it
well.
was. I personally did not get anyone's information. So, it is what it is.
Rich seems confused on what doxing is. Obtaining information is not doxing.
Oh, I'm not going over his reaction. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going over his reaction. I don't care what his reaction was, to be honest. I was just kind of curious. Like, I don't care enough to go over it, is what I'm saying. I only watched the beginning where he's trying to sweep and debunk before it came out. He was waiting for it to... okay.
Doxing. The severity varies on the intent and widespread of the information. Contrary to popular belief, doxing can be a crime. In the US, it is classified as cyberstalking and is exactly what Rich was doing, specifically posting information or spreading rumors about the victim on the internet or hiring private investigators. After Rich committed this crime, due to the reaction, he took it down, as explained in this Facebook comment. Quote, don't get it, people were freaking out. I wasn't threatening the person in the docs, and I wasn't the one who compiled it, but due to the reaction I took it down. I really just wanted to see if anyone knew anything. Unquote. Now, late 2015, it turned out that the Big Cheese Crusaders were not only targeting Rich, but also Big Cheese himself. For that reason, Rich uploaded a video.
Yeah, exactly, Ben. It's okay that I got the docs because I didn't actually look for it. Like, what? What? You... Jesus Christ. Oh my God. YouTube was literally the wild, wild west back then. Wait, he threatened Joon?
Video with Big Cheese in an attempt to quell the unrest.
And while I was streaming, you know, the BC Crusaders, that's what they call themselves. How the hell you crusading me? But they call themselves the BC Crusaders. They spammed DDoS my Twitch page, a bunch of followers with my home phone number saying that my wife's a whore and then my mom has cancer and then...
He threatened to flag this video? Bruh, come on. That would not be a good look for him. Ooh, that would not be a good look for him. Rich, you better not.
I have your mailing address and stuff like that. So it's been pretty much the cyber harassment, cyber attacking towards me.
What happened with Big Cheese and me, there was a business deal we had. It went sour, but we squashed it within, what would you say, 24 hours of it happening?
Pretty much.
And if we can move on from it, there's no reason for it to keep continuing. And I hope maybe if people realize, oh wow, Rich and Big Cheese have moved on from this, you know, maybe it isn't as big of a deal as people are trying to make it out to be.
The top comments were criticizing Rich for bringing up the trolls once more. Quote, no, why did you bring it up? The trolls were returned. And you just restarted the cycle, Rich. Rich, this was a bad idea. Unquote. It's difficult to state what effect this video had on the Big Cheese Crusaders. What is known is that at this point, those that were left in the movement were members that truly despised Rich, and as such, they continued to document Rich under a critical lens, seeking to spread word of his transgressions, the newest of which came from a Final Fantasy XIV review.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Rich of Review Tech USA, and this is going to be a very interesting video. Square Enix came up to me and asked me to play Final Fantasy XIV A Realm.
An amazing game, by the way. Final Fantasy XIV is such a good game. Just saying.
Born. I suggest you give this game a chance. I think you'll really enjoy it. So huge shout out to Square Enix for giving me an opportunity to play this game, and I think they have something awesome on their hands, and now I can see why this game has been praised by so many people.
Rich in the video praised the game, but it was only in the description and the comments that he stated he was sponsored by Square Enix to make this video. That in itself wasn't the entire reason this review was somewhat controversial. It was Rich's prior, unpaid statements about the game.
And they try too hard to be different, and the outcome is games like Final Fantasy XIII, Final Fantasy XIV, and the other garbage they come out with. They're trying to figure out what it is.
Oh no! Oh no! got you. Now, if you would have said, okay, I previously called this game garbage, but after actually playing it, it's a good game. Okay, something different, but bro, they got you. Oh, no, Rich, no.
Is maybe because they've made a bunch of crappy Final Fantasy games that no one cares about. But beyond the screw-ups they're making, let's talk about all these companies, because they're losing money making AAA games because they either try to rehash the same IP over and over again, or, they try to make a half-assed game with multiplayer and hope it sells 10 million units and it doesn't.
These were likely throwaway lines to emphasize the dislike of Square Enix and the years the videos were created. And being that Final Fantasy XIV is an MMO and changes year per year, Rich could have naturally changed his opinion as the game improved. Though the clips next to each other and the lack of disclosure inside the actual video made for more reason.
Okay, they were also a year apart, too. So it is possible. See, this is what hate watchers do. This one was made 11 years ago. That one was made 12 years ago. Wait. So that one was made first. So you liked the game and then you didn't like the game. Maybe he changed his mind? It's possible. Because they're a year apart. That's the one thing hate watchers will do. They will pull it up.
For trolls to dislike Rich, and closed out 2015. 2016 started off just as poorly for Rich. In January, he polled his Twitter audience asking them if he should make a Patreon. No won by a decent margin. Coincidentally, Keemstar posted this video about creators being greedy with their Patreons.
Like, why would you ask your fans for money when you could give money back to your fans? I mean, you're the one that's blessed.
This was a repeat of the situation with the BBC. Though Keemstar did not mention Rich by name, Rich immediately responded and assumed it was him that Keemstar was talking about. The two then argued about the ethics of donations before the conversation died down. That's when Keemstar told Rich he was making a general statement that was not specifically targeting him. From here, Rich apologized 1, 2, 3, 4 times. This apology
have the tables turned.
lasted about an hour. Quote, LMAO, okay, apology taken back. At Keemstar, really dude? I'm done after this, but wow. Unquote. Rich was not done after this, as below was a video calling Keemstar out for having a donate button on his stream page, as Rich was equating that to having a Patreon. The only person that could benefit from this nebulous argument was Keemstar, but Rich was too arrogant to see how this back and forth, his flip-flopping from apologizing to then taking the apology back, could hurt him.
Before everyone freaks out, I have no ill will against Keemstar. This isn't going to turn into some stupid thing.
This turned into a massive back and forth between Rich and Keemstar and eventually escalated into a debate.
Right? He's like, look at...
Wait! So is this the reason why Keemstar and Rich don't really like each other? Because I remember seeing Rich putting these weird-ass pictures of Keemstar on Twitter, like last year. It was like these really gross, like weird pictures of like AI art or something. It was like last year or the year before on Twitter. Yeah, the AI images, they were really like creepy. Oh.
Keemstar, I take my apology back. Well, first of all, you apologized because you thought I was talking about you, okay? That's why you apologized, all right? But then you took my apology back because you found that I have a donate button on my stream. Rich, look, you said just a little while ago that you're not going to be making a Patreon.
Yeah.
Are you 100% you're not going to be making a Patreon?
Pretty much, yes.
All right, well, there it is. He's not making a Patreon. So look, you manipulate the situation, you lied 3 times, we've already went over this 100 times, and you know what, now I've backed you in a corner and you're not making a Patreon, so I'll take it as a win.
Dude, don't
Anyone
even try.
else can say whatever the fuck they want, I'll take it as a win.
Yeah, of course you're going to take it as a win. You're like making these things and putting them in there to make it as a win. The bottom line is this.
You're not making a Patreon.
Semantics aside, throughout the debate, it was Keemstar's goal to bar Rich from making a Patreon, in which he succeeded, lest he go back on his word. And if this happened in February, instead of January 2016, Keemstar would have had more ammunition to use. Not because of the Patreon, but because of these 2 tweets. Quote, I think it's time I released at the RTU Critic's personal info. What do you guys think? Let's have some fun.
What?
At the RTU Critic. I'll make sure to add that pic of your kid to the docs too. Let's make this a good one.
Holy shit. See?
unquote. Rich claims this was in retaliation to the RTU critics' doxing and harassing of his family, which included his children, even calling Rich when he was at the gym. Though after it came out that Shadow's government had a criminal history, Rich cut ties with Shadow and tried to delete as much as he could of what happened. These tweets were soon deleted, though they are still visible through the Wayback Machine alongside the remnants of the RTU critics' campaign.
Wait, was that really... Wait. Bro. There's no excuse for that. You can't... There's no excuse for that, bro. He made excuses for it? Listen, I believe in when they go low, we go lower, but I have a line, okay? I do draw a line to a point. I don't do that real life shit. I don't do that real life shit. No, that's too far. That's way too far. Like, you know, we could sling words, that's fine, but I'm not gonna dox somebody. Come on now.
Campaign against Rich. There were also videos that fans of Rich made combating the RTU critic. This fan made a rap song celebrating the dogs of the RTU critic.
You can't run, you can't hide, you're not going to stop my review tech pride. You could have got boxed, but instead you got doxed.
The RTU critic and Review Hell USA are the same person, alongside a different creator known as Sierra Air.
Hey guys, in this video I'm going to expose a traitor to the Big Cheese Crusaders.
Sierra was not nearly as successful in getting reactions from Rich, but they were successful in keeping whatever was left of the Big Cheese Crusaders together. Clear by the catalog of videos, Sierra was not a very sane person, as it is not typical for someone to upload this many videos about the police or just McDonald's employees harassing them. Regardless, Sierra did get some notoriety from those looking into Rich's most dedicated opposition.
Now, this person that he's adding in this tweet is not exactly as subtle about the threats he makes. I'm in Ireland. You can't catch me. Rich's personal life will be targeted until he quits. I don't care what the fuck you think about me. I want that man dead in a bog.
Rich's...
See what I'm saying? Stuff like that? Why? Why? Why do you have to say stuff like that? Just like I would say what Rich said in that tweet. Why do you have to say stuff like that? Does it make you feel good to talk about death threats? Does it make you feel good about... Yeah, extremist. Yeah. That's why I don't watch hate channels, and that's why I don't watch anti-communities anymore. It's gross. They go too far. Call him fat. Call him old. Call him lazy. Get on him for letting the troll... There's so much you can get on Rich for just by what I've seen in this video. Why do you have to take it that far? It's crazy.
Alpers continued to encourage his trolls. In this live stream, he called one the F word.
Dude, I don't care, man. And the thing is if I block you, then you say I'm a pussy. If you stay here, you annoy the shit out of me. Like, why don't we just meet somewhere? If you have that much of a problem with me, let's meet somewhere and we could, quote unquote, discuss it. If you got that much of a problem, dude, I'm more than willing to meet. You name a place, I'll meet you there. And we can have a discussion. We can discuss anything you want. I will meet you. I will put a fucking flag on my car saying I'm rich and we can meet there. I don't know, man, but you seem that you are such a fucking loser that you come on here all the fucking time. And it's annoying. And if I block you, you get pissed. If I unblock you, you annoy the shit out of me.
This was a pinnacle of controversy for Rich.
That's why you block them and move on. I have people saying some really nasty shit about me to this day. To this day. I don't see it. I don't care to see it. And if I do see it, guess what? They catch a block. And I move on with my life. I cut on my live stream. And I try my best to entertain y'all. I have people to this day go to other chats. And they are so obsessed with me, they can't stop talking about me in other people's chats. But you know what? They can't chat in here. Just saying, move on. Don't make them the center of your entertainment, the center of your content. You know? Just don't. Don't give them that energy. Listen, here's the thing. When you fight with somebody, you validate that person. Okay? Listen very carefully. When you fight with somebody, you are validating them. Whether negative or positive, you are validating them and letting them know that they affect you. Right or wrong, they still got to you. Don't validate them. Block, move on. Don't talk about them. Don't make content out of them. Block and move on. Stop validating these assholes. Yeah, exactly, Miss Stripes. When you do that, you're basically saying they're worth fighting with. Exactly. There are content creators who have said really bad shit about me. Have I mentioned them on this channel? Absolutely not. Am I ever? Absolutely not. Because I pull a Mariah Carey. I don't know her. I could pull a Mariah Carey real quick. I don't know her. Even though the her it sometimes is a he, but still, I'll pull a Mariah Carey real quick on somebody. I don't give a shit. If you ain't worth my time to fight with, I'm not gonna fight with you. Sorry. Why am I gonna waste my time fighting with, and let's be honest, why am I gonna waste my time fighting with somebody on YouTube that half my audience won't even know who the hell they are? Why? Why would I do that? Why would I waste 2 hours of my life fighting with people that nobody knows who they are? You know? I'm not wasting my time. I've wasted my time like that once, and it was a one and done. And I even had like, I don't know, about 500 people in the chat. But I did that quick stream, boom, I was out. Didn't talk to the chat hardly or anything. Just said what I had to say and got the hell out. And that's it, one and done. Boom. After that, didn't mention it anymore. Now, Rich now blames Kino Casino, Keemstar J, and DSP detractor. What? Dear God. What about Augie? I mean, when Augie was getting on me, Keemstar... Well, one, I actually kind of deserved it when Augie got on me. That one stream where Augie was getting on me, I actually kind of deserved it, to be honest. But at the same time, Nick and Keemstar went up there and kind of, how do I say it, like explained where I was coming from. But no, I got it. When Augie was complaining about me, I understood why he was saying that. That's another thing too. If I get called out for something that I deserved it, I'm not gonna fight with the person. You know? Why am I gonna fight them if they're right? There's nothing to fight. So, yeah, R.I.P. Augie.
At the time, his strategy of doxing his worst trolls and publicly making amends with Big Cheese seemingly worked in his favor. The worst that was happening to him was when he ate all that a Wall Street Journal article fed him about PewDiePie, an article that was filled with false information decrying PewDiePie as anti-Semitic. Rich quickly took this video down and issued an apology.
It's time for me to eat a whole bunch of fucking crow right now.
In Rich's apology, he still got important information about PewDiePie incorrect, like stating that PewDiePie wore an SS officer's uniform when the costume he wore was clearly not of German origin. But for this to be Rich's most controversial video for at least a year was an improvement. Though all good things must come to an end, and Rich would find himself with more problems, some of his own creation, others falsified to destroy his character.
What? So let me get this straight. Rich cries when he gets doxxed, but likes it when it happens to other people.
Gee, I wonder why I flagged that down. I don't know.
And he's given out, the state that I live in.
At least try to come after me for something I can't instantly debunk.
He also gives out my last name.
Review Tech, who is Anna Doyle? I see people mentioning her in the chat.
On November 1st, 2017...
Wait, did Rich do that?
Rich finally committed and announced he was making a Patreon. With the apocalypse cutting into his revenue, and with his videos full of colorful language and unsavory subject matter, this is what he offered to remain uncensored. While there could have been issues with trolls pointing out him going back on his word and creating Patreon, as long as Rich did not address it, no one would care. For the next couple of months, hundreds would subscribe to Rich's Patreon as he would thank them for its success. Once it passed over $1,000 a month and remained there for a period, Rich made a promise for patron-only streams, but failed to give any details within a timely manner. Then Rich on a live stream stated this.
With the stream, guys, in terms of doing like an exclusive stream for patrons, I don't know if, I know I put that on there. I don't know if I want to do that because I feel like I just feel like I'm being unfair to the rest of my subscribers.
This video was archived and uploaded on a channel that went by Anna Doyle. This is believed to be a sock account of Review Hell USA.
Oh, Lord. Why do I know that name? Why does that name sound familiar to me? Why does that name sound familiar to me? That name does sound familiar to me. Like, I've seen that name before. Huh. Okay.
The video showing the Amphifail Patreon reward was titled Review Tech USA Undelivered Patreon Reward Promises. The only reason it is prominent now is because Rich addressed it.
Now, the video is called Review Tech USA Undelivered Patreon Reward Promises. And generally, when this jackass makes videos, I ignore them. I have better things to do. Let them say whatever the hell they want to say. But when you try to make me seem like I'm being a thief, I gotta step in and say something, especially when I have documented evidence proving that I'm not.
Rich's evidence used to debunk Anna Doyle was in the form of posts that stated he was committing to Patreon-only streams. But this was in March. Review Tech introduced the idea in January and failed to deliver any streams for those 2 months. This issue is so small that it is difficult to believe many, if any at all, of Rich's supporters will care about the minutiae of this. Anna Doyle's true goal, as it has always been, was to troll Rich, to get a response. And once again, they got what they wanted.
Why? Why does he get... Oh, my God. Rich! What are you doing, bro? Oh, my God. What are you doing? Wait, it's familiar to me because of Red Dead Redemption 2. Don't know about you two. You know what? I did play Red Dead Redemption 2. That might be the reason why it's familiar to me, Xanta. To be honest, that might be the reason why it's familiar to me. Because I played Red Dead Redemption 2. That might be it, Xanta. That might be it.
But to everyone out there who's saying that I'm being Panhandler Tech USA and making 8 billion videos about me, I got something for you too. Panhandle this.
This was just the beginning. In April, the 1316 Killer, a creator that had long criticized Rich, received this screenshot which prompted him to make this video.
So just to let everybody know, I do not have Twitter. And I do not have Facebook. I actually put that in a skit that I made today, which will be going up. I don't know if I'll post this today or tomorrow.
You know what? Buddha Cat, you're not wrong. He just keeps shooting himself in the foot. You're not wrong at all. Oh my God, Rich, what are you doing, bro? Oh my God. Oh. You know, like, I am very thankful that this isn't the type of dramas that we've been covering a lot lately. You know, I'm thankful for that. All right. But I'm going to be honest. This has got to be, besides anything having to do with a kid, okay? Take those dramas out, which is a lot. But take those dramas out because obviously those are the most frustrating, right? But this video is so frustrating because you can see where he could have fixed it. You can see where he could have fixed it. Like, good God, it's so frustrating.
But take a good look at that.
On screen was allegedly the 1316 Killer's docs. Rich responded by denying that he doxed him. Further tweets demonstrate how the screenshot could have been faked by editing the webpage's source code. And as dedicated as his trolls are in archiving every misstep, none of them provided an archive link to the tweet of Rich doxing the 1316 Killer. There is no evidence behind this happening, and being that the 1316 Killer was sent this screenshot means that there is no proof that the text was unaltered. This is not to say that Rich was completely uninvolved in drama. As tensions were rising between Rich and his most dedicated trolls, mysteriously their videos were disappearing, like Anna Doyle's, which is when Rich was asked to show his flagging history.
Will you show your YouTube history report like Monday Matt did because there's rumors you reported Anna Doyle? I'm not showing any reports. I didn't report him, but I'm not showing any reports.
With Rich's associate being exposed for flagging videos critical of them, this became the new spearhead against Rich and was utilized by Keemstar in 2018.
Oh, God. And this was after the Boulder stream, because they just, when he read that comment, it had, talked about mundane, oh my God. No, Matt Jarbo doing that on the stream. That was the Boulder stream. So, oof.
In an unrelated drama, Keemstar was on creator Andy Worski's stream lambasting Rich for his transgressions.
And every time I see a video from you, it's just stupid fucking opinions. I don't know why you're on the fucking internet anymore. You're dumb, you get everything wrong, you say dumb shit over and over again. I'm so sick of...
Okay, so Keemstar hasn't changed. You know what? At least we can say one thing about Keemstar. He is consistent, okay? Keem is consistent. All right, buddy? Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
Hearing your dumb fucking opinions. You need to get smarter before you come on my fucking platform on YouTube and spread your bullshit. Because I'm sick of it. You're dumb. Get smarter.
Thank you.
In this conversation, Rich was on the back foot, and so he wanted to make peace with Keemstar. Keemstar was willing under one condition.
Okay, I've calmed down. I understand that you want to make peace and that you're sorry. Olive branch out there. If you...
Look. Worski is eating it up. He's like, content. This is content. Look at his face. He's eating it up. He's eating it up because you know that's content. Hell yeah.
Show your flag history.
Rich, now willing to show his flagging history, pulled it up for all to see.
There you go.
There is
information about this vehicle.
Wait.
Video not available.
So yeah, some were deleted. See when they're deleted?
Some were deleted.
Right, so,
those were probably from like 5 fucking years ago.
All right, so Review Tech sexually assaulted someone, DS Gaming.
Gee, I wonder why I flagged that down. I don't know.
Review Tech, who is Anna Doyle? I see people mentioning her in the chat.
That is a dude who has put out my personal information.
Whose name?
And he...
Terrible.
And honestly, I wasn't even though I did flag him once, I wasn't even the one who got his channel taken down.
Rich had lied. He did in fact flag Anna Doyle, aka Review Hell USA. What's more, with Rich exposed, Keemstar saw the opportunity to dig the knife in further, insinuating that he only goes after people when they are weak.
Most of the shit that I got from you came under, like, in the year 2016, when the whole internet hated me, and everybody thought my career was over.
Oh, so he's like Boogie in that way. He goes when it's opportunistic to do it. That kind of makes you a pussy. I'm just saying. That kind of makes you a pussy. Just throwing it out there. You know? Look, there's nothing wrong with a good dog pile every now and then. All right? Every now and then. Not all the time. But there's nothing wrong with a good dog pile every now and then. But if you consistently do it when everybody else is doing it, it kind of makes you a pussy. I'm just saying.
No, and as soon as I regained, my channel, and now you want to be sorry.
No, I'm not like that.
Though this did provide yet another reason for trolls to continue their campaign against Rich, the internet at large did not care. What helped Rich avoid any of this backlash was his massive success. Shortly after this conversation, Rich had his best month on YouTube ever due to some extremely successful videos. This was Rich's shield. Over the next couple of years, his videos would easily dominate anyone coming out against him despite his continued missteps. From a live stream covering January 6th to his...
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing how clout can protect people. Like, you could be the biggest scumbag on this platform, but if you have enough subscribers, and unless people come down like the Avengers together, one person can't just take you down. It literally takes the Avengers to do it. Mama Max, perfect example. No, not the perfect example. The perfect example would be Illuminati. Illuminati is actually the perfect example. Because nobody was ever able to take her down by themselves. But then everybody decided, you know what? You got screwed over by her. You got screwed over by her. Yo, Tommy C, what's up? We know you got screwed over by her. Let's fly down on this chick like the Avengers. And that's exactly what happened. Now look at her. Illuminati is the perfect example for that. Spectre, thank you for being a member for 20 months. I appreciate it. But she had enough money, she had enough clout, she had enough subscribers that one person complaining about her wasn't going to do it. It was going to have to take a bunch of people with all their different stories to slam her. You know?
His dating profile being leaked. There was even a video theorizing he had gastric bypass surgery due to his massive weight loss. All of it forgotten because his own videos continue to dominate the search results.
Reminder that Illuminati flagged me for archiving her poop story. How dare she, Goblin? How dare she? That bitch. She better know. She better leave Goblin alone. He is a protected class in my chat. Thank you very much. Like, the hell?
In 2022, he even hit 1 million subscribers. It was around this time that he had been using marijuana and had been wanting to significantly lessen his usage.
Like, there's a lot of times like, oh shit, I gotta stream soon, time to get stoned, and I'm like, oh no, that's not how I want to be. You know what I mean? Two things, like I said, I'll have it a few times a year like I do drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm anti-weed now. Like, dude, I think I should make it legalized federally. I'll have it a few times a year, and it did a lot for me.
While Rich had these desires and sought the benefits, like possibly increasing motivation, tragedy struck Rich's life, making it more difficult to quit, or do anything else for that matter, as this happening required his entire attention.
Unfortunately, I have some bad news. His daughter is in the ICU at the moment, and he is unable to make videos on the channel, and he's unable to live stream. He's going through a lot, emotionally, of course.
That was Rich's dedicated editor, Jay, host of the channel JKB that was formerly 3KB or 3 kilobytes. And Rich's app...
Oh, so his editor was the dude that helped him out in the beginning of his channel? Wait, that's his editor? Oh, bruh, really? I didn't know that. Okay, hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna grab me a drink and run to the restroom real quick. Can y'all just give me a few minutes? Hold on. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna go grab me a drink and run to the restroom real quick. BRB. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm back. Cut off the music. Thank you for cutting off the music. Alright. Okay, we are back. We are back. Thank you. Thank you. Sweetie Squad, rise up. Sweetie Squad. Not a damn one of y'all are sweet. Y'all are in my chat. You can't be sweet. Y'all don't know how to be sweet. The hell? Y'all mean as hell. Every single one of y'all mean as hell. But that's how we roll around here. You know what I mean? I'm sweet. Honey, you watch me. If you watch me, there's something probably mentally wrong with you. Okay? Let's be honest about the situation. Okay, let's continue.
Jay would take up the majority of responsibilities of the channel, but this went on longer than initially expected. Rich's daughter was thought to only need about 1 month of hospital stay, though that was less and less becoming the case.
My daughter, my youngest daughter, Mackenzie, is in the hospital right now with Steven Johnson syndrome, which is rare within itself. There's like 20,000 cases or less each year. The main reason why I'm making this video is that it...
Wait, I'm sorry. I gotta look that up. Steven. A rare and serious disorder of the skin and mucous membranes is usually a reaction to medication that starts with flu-like symptoms, followed by a painful rash that spreads and blisters. Then the top layer of affected skin dies, sheds, and begins to heal after several days. Oh, God. His daughter went blind because of it? Oh, my God. Oh, that's so sad. Oh. Okay, that's sad. Damn, bless her heart. Bless her heart, and I don't mean that in a bad way either, like, literally. That's sad. Yeah, I wouldn't wish that either. Yeah, That's sad.
Things are going to be different on this channel, probably until, I'm saying realistically, she's going to be 2 months. I don't wish this on my worst enemy. This is...
Crash. Behave.
The worst thing I've ever been through.
After several months of turmoil, now in July...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could feel... Yeah, the daughter has nothing to do with this. You know what I mean? In the sense of, I'm not going to wish something bad to happen. Like, I can dislike a person, but I'm not going to wish something bad to happen to their loved one, to their family member, or anything like that. You know, because they have nothing to do with the fact that I dislike this person. You know?
The worst of it seemed to be over, but Rich, now being a bit more active on his channel, reflected on his content.
Unfortunately, to put it lightly, and that's an understatement, life had different plans for me. So why things got inconsistent, because my time was at a premium. I had my 2 sons here full-time for a very long time, and mostly what I stuck to was live streaming. And recently, this is what I'm leading up to, because my time is still somewhat at a premium because things aren't fully settled yet, I've brought back news, kind of.
What Rich goes into is his exhaustion of covering surface-level news. He has grown tired of reading articles or glancing at similar media and filming an equally introspective piece, hardly expanding on the original flimsy work. Typically, a creator may make these changes because their views are suffering from lack of experimentation. Their content has grown stale, and in order to survive on the platform, something else must be created. This was not Rich's case. Even though he was uploading at a much slower rate than he had in the past couple of years, his views hardly suffered from his departure. This format is successful and easy to produce, but after over a decade of doing this, Rich has had enough and seeks to produce higher quality content.
I want to do more high production value stuff. I actually have stuff in the pike behind the scenes. I talk about it somewhat in live streams, but I don't want to bring it up here because when it's ready, it's ready. I've learned to not overpromise and underdeliver.
Rich is rather unspecific about his projects, but he does say he wants to create evergreen content, or videos that windows of interest are not dated. The fatal mistake was that he was killing his main channel by slowing down the legacy news content without testing any of this evergreen content to know if his format would even succeed.
So he switched up his content, is what you're saying, basically.
And then months went by. There was nothing but his typical uploads at a slower rate. But he did have another announcement, a shout out to a different project.
Upload to shout out my other music channel where I upload hip-hop records that I produce. God, I couldn't sound any more corny saying that, but no, I'm not kidding.
Wait,
Rich's
what?
music channel, El Capo, is not popular. The rudimentary AI art would be off-putting to a typical user. Rich is spreading...
He has a hip-hop channel? No. No! Oh my god. I don't care what Ruin Leon likes. But I probably would hate it too, not gonna lie.
himself thin and is aimless. If he wanted to succeed and remain on the platform, he would not be doing this. At the very least, he would be creating the high production content he speaks so much of. The fact of the matter is, channels on YouTube can die as fast as they rise. And for Rich to throw away a surefire way to remain relevant or entertaining on the platform is dangerous. Not just for the money, but because, for the most part, he was in control. There is a space for Rich to continue to exist online without the need to create new videos. And that would be in the same vein as creators like Boogie2988 or Wings of Redemption. These are creators that have long lost their original supportive audiences and have them replaced with viewers.
Yeah, but I feel like Wings is on a redemption arc. I'm gonna be honest. Unless Wings spurgs out, I feel like Wings isn't a locale anymore. I just don't look at Wings like a locale anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I think that boxing match between him and Boogie, I think Wings gained confidence because of that boxing match. I really do. I think when he punched Boogie, like osmosis, whatever little bit of confidence Boogie had, it went into Wings. And Wings came out better for it. You know? Yeah, I think Wings is literally having his redemption.
Viewers who mock and troll them without end. These are known as locales, and Rich was quickly on the path to exist only as one, especially when entering needless feuds like he did with Does It Play at the end of 2023. This all started from this video.
At least, if you're lucky, you may just get an unfinished version of the game that might be playable but broken. A lot of times you get these games home.
Rich was making the argument that current-day games are all released as a broken mess that require immediate patches in order to exist in a playable state. The same day of this video's release, Rich streamed and was challenged on this premise.
Does it play? Right here, they're real. And let me show you one else.
Does It Play is a website that tests whether games play in their unaltered state, meaning offline playability. Rich was now displeased with them because someone with 2 likes on Twitter challenged Rich on a statement about games being unplayable without patches. His major grievance was that Does It Play was one of those 2 likes.
Name a game Does It Play.
Y'all crazy. Yep. I hate Twitter. The Does It Play stuff was the first straw with me leaving his community. Really? Oh. Hold on one second. Real quick. I'm moving quick. I'm moving quick like a cat. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's continue.
That you get from the store that there is not a multi-gigabyte update for. Go right now and get me one. That's from this current generation.
Rich, in his confidence, bet money that he was correct.
I'll pay them $2,000. $2,000, get a game from the store, Does It Play, that doesn't require an update.
Rich added the circumstance that it had to be a AAA game, but even so, his loss was set. Just a day later, Does It Play responded with Super Mario RPG. Rich was prompted to retort, now arguing that the game industry is full of important day one patches. But that was not the argument. Quickly, other creators jumped in, correcting Rich.
Good God, Keemstar, now Mudahar. Here we go. No. Oh, I swear, Mudahar is probably having the best year and then in some circumstances worst year of his career. Good God. I like Mudahar. I do. I've learned a lot from Mudahar. Like with the whole Mama Max thing and like understanding how they figured out what was in that one folder thingy that he had. He explained it perfectly. Because I didn't understand. Ninja Style for $1.99. Just checked his music right now. Not that bad. Flip did. Shut up, Ninja Style.
The responses were getting far more likes than Rich's own posts. As Rich kept tweeting, the responses were growing in numbers and virtually only against him. It was only on his stream later that night, after an hour debate from a guest arguing on behalf of Does It Play, Rich admits defeat.
So, here. On the 4th of each month, today's the 3rd, you'll pay $2,000. There you go.
This is where it should have ended, but already Rich was tweeting about a big surprise video, ruining the surprise with another tweet stating, quote, "Meh, at Does It Play 1 was wrong about this. It's all good, the money went to a good cause," unquote. This was in response to Jay's tweet, claiming that Super Mario RPG does have a game-breaking bug. Seeing Rich's discontent...
Oh my god, Rich, oh my god, he's a lolcow. Okay, you know what, I didn't know that Rich was a lolcow. I didn't really know much about him. Again, the only thing I knew about Rich is that he creeped me out. Alright? I get where y'all are saying he's a lolcow. I get it. I 100% get it now. And the sad thing is, he always has been, but I don't think people picked up on it. It sounds like to me he always has been by seeing how he was in the beginning. You know? Because obviously I didn't know any of that. Oh, man.
And in what should have been an already settled situation, Does It Play tweeted at Rich additional examples that fit his criteria. Rich tweeting, quote, "Yeah, but you used the Mario RPG as an example to make me quote-unquote fork over the money. And it has a game-breaking bug that Nintendo is putting out an emergency patch for. Hopefully my funding can allow you to not make a crucial mistake like this again. Glad I got to support your cause," unquote. Tweet after tweet, response after response, Rich only dug himself in deeper. What good will he...
Holy fuck. Rich literally acts like Boogie. Like, Boogie and Rich are the same person. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like he literally... It's like half the shit he says, it's like you hear it from Boogie. I've heard it from Boogie. Oh my god. I didn't know that. Because I never really paid attention to him. He thinks he is way better a person than Boogie? I don't know, bro.
Regained by donating the promised money was quickly being lost, and then he posted the video addressing it.
Hello everybody, I'm a proud Does It Play $2,000 financial supporter, and there are games that don't need updates, but the one they showed, they were wrong about, and that was Super Mario RPG. They said that, look, here's a AAA game that doesn't need an update day one, it works right out of the box. Except for the fact that...
Rich, why? Look, you paid the money, just drop it. Just drop it. It's okay to take an L. Listen, if you're a content creator, just know this. It's okay to take an L. Because guess what? You can still win after you take an L. You know how you win after you take an L? How you handle taking that L. You know what I mean? If you don't take that L, then if you don't take that L well, then you lose twice. It's better to lose once than twice over the same situation. You're going to make mistakes. You're probably going to overtalk some shit sometimes. You're going to be wrong sometimes. And it's okay to be that way. It depends on how you handle it when you do those things. Crash for 5. Rich and Boogie and a lot of other lolcows are the embodiment of no one see themselves as the villain in their own story. True, Crash. Actually. Yeah, just... It all depends on how you take the L, man. Listen, you fuck up, you fuck up. Move on. Say you're sorry, move on. Or pay whatever you said you would pay and move on. Pigeon Sally for 5. He constantly referred to himself as a reformed lolcow unironically, as if he ever stopped being a lolcow. He's a reformed as Boogie is honest. Sounds like it. Germ for 5. It's not okay to take an L. Double down, claim everyone else is wrong. Take the coke, sip a weed seltzer and point at another locale. No, Germ. No. But I know what you're saying, though. I know what you're doing. You're saying that's what Rich does. I get what you're saying.
That it has a game-breaking bug, Super Mario RPG.
The top comment of this video disputes Rich's statement about it being a game-breaking bug, as it is still very much completable without an update. Even so, Does It Play provided other examples that went unchallenged. For these reasons, all the top comments were against.
Okay, wait. Neon said in that Keem's defense, no. What Keem is now doing, okay. Keem did, all right, how do I explain Keem? I have live streams where Keem has apologized to me. But Keem doesn't outwardly apologize. He doesn't say, I'm sorry. He says an I'm sorry without saying I'm sorry. And he did that to Tommy on his stream. Now he's leaning into it and memeing it. All right? He did an apology and I'm sorry without saying I'm sorry to Tommy. And that's what Keem does. I've had it done to me. He's done it to me. I've cussed him out on how he treated Chris on a locale live, and he ended up singing. Singing the Golden Girls theme song to me. Or there was another time that he apologized, and I was like, "Was that an apology?" He goes, "Did you take it like that?" I was like, "Yep." He goes, "All right then." You know, that's how he apologizes. You know.
Rich. Quote, Rich is way too into internet drama for a man his age. As a longtime fan of your content, Rich, this video could have honestly stated the drafts.
Being serious.
Been watching your videos for years.
He's
this
not
is
being
easily the most
serious.
embarrassing thing you put
you.
out. And I'm saying that to a guy who gets high and takes his shirt off on stream. Unquote. The last comment was not even commentary on only this situation. It was on Rich as a whole. Rich's streams only seem to be poisoned by his gimmicks, like the frequent use of a soundboard that's mainly used for this applause sound.
So anyway, there's a new locale podcast. Starring me. Let me go piss real quick.
Okay, do you remember when Commentary Community was running the campaign for Tommy to join? I absolutely, under no circumstance, I wanted Vito or RTU to get that spot. I absolutely wanted Tommy to get that spot, and not those two. I did not want to see Vito up there, and I did not want to see RTU up there. I absolutely did not.
I promise I won't spam the applause. I know I'm overdoing it.
Does It Play ended up refunding Rich's money without his consent announced by this tweet. Quote, unfortunately, due to reasons unknown to us, we have found ourselves in the middle of a bit of a social media drama we clearly shouldn't have engaged with. Unquote. This is how Rich's 2023 was ended. Even so, 2024 was off to a much worse start. Rich's channel wasn't just dying, it was also being prepared for a feast, with the predators he thought he was toying with lying in wait.
And if anyone is responsible for Phil pressing the eject button, it's you fucking weirdos. And it's not the whole detractor community. A lot of them like me. But there is a portion that despise me. Because you know what it is, Jay. Jay's watching, my editor.
Stop talking about your detractors, dude. Stop talking about them. Stop.
They have channels that are dedicated to Phil. What's going to be the topic now?
Rich has a history of talking about lolcows.
Like, yes, I talk about Phil in 90% of my streams.
In this situation, Rich is proposing that a consequence of no...
Do you know what that makes... Okay. All right. You talk about detractors, right? You talk about your detractors. If 90% you are talking about DSP, guess what that makes you? That makes you a detractor. That makes you an anti-channel. If you have to constantly talk about him. Oh, he was talking about the DSP detractors. Okay. Ugh. Stop. He has derailed streams for hours because one troll in his chat, instead of just having them banned, he's yelled at his mods to unban them before he could go on about it. Rich does talk about DSP every show. Well, I bet you he got mad that he was on Kino Casino then, huh?
An upcoming documentary on the infamous creator Darkside Phil by documentarian Mike Klum would be that the detractors of Phil will need to slow the production of content down or they discourage Phil from dropping the project. Engaging in this conversation with detractors of Phil is a terrible idea for a multitude of reasons. First is that as Rich criticizes Phil, it becomes apparent that many of his criticisms are also applicable to himself. Second, he is engaging and antagonizing trolls. Third, his channel is on a steep decline. With his typical viewers appearing less and less, and more trolls gaining interest in Rich, their voices grow louder, and so does their control of him.
I know there's some people who exist, they hate Phil to an unhealthy degree. They're just as bad, if not worse, than Phil's dents. And they're like so caught up in their hatred of him, they don't even fucking realize it.
Yeah, but you kind of sound like one of them if you're constantly talking about him. Okay, so you don't like your own trolls, you can't handle your own trolls, but yet you're gonna fire up the trolls of someone else? That makes you no better, bro. Oh my god! He's trying to get the views through the detractors of DSP. He's trying to placate them. That's how he's trying to get the views. Bro! Yes, irreverent. I'm just gonna call you Cat because I can't speak English. Cat, yes, yes! Oh my god, oh my god, no. What are you doing, bro?
That watermark, Snortmania, is from a troll channel that is known as Snort Hogan that mainly covers Darkside Phil. Now Snort Hogan has his talons sunk in on Rich, re-uploading Rich's stream segments that have him speaking on trolls. And though some of Rich's words ring true, they are being twisted intentionally by the inflammatory title of the video to both garner the attention of Rich and drive opposition towards him. And it worked.
I told you! I goddamn told you! And all of you cried like bitches. You're more of dents than Phil's dents. Cry. Cry hard, Snort Hogan.
Oh my god, you idiot. Oh, holy shit, you idiot. Germ for 2. From gaming to A-logging, it was a dumb idea. True, Germ. True. I agree with you, actually. Thank you for the 2. I appreciate it.
Cry hard, Cult of Hate. Keep crying, because I was right and you were wrong. Kiss my fucking ring and bow before me, you motherfuckers.
Rich in this video was celebrating that he was correct, that Phil did indeed cancel the MyClum documentary.
Why? Why would you do that? Oh my god, you're just asking for these people to do the one thing that you hate for people to do to you. Oh my god.
But that wasn't particularly insightful, being that most saw this as the likely case anyways. What matters is that Rich was growing ever more restless and combative with the trolls. This clip alone would appear in every one of Snort Hogan's videos from now on, but this was only the start.
You lost how many subs?
I lost about
100?
200 people.
From what? And
Twitter.
Also,
the loss of his followers was likely from this Twitter space that he hosted.
The only thing I will admit, because I have to admit when I'm wrong, is I overestimated that there was going to be a troll war. Okay, I'll take that L. But
how could you You've been dealing with trolls for a decade. How could you not think that would happen? You've already dealt with it. He learns nothing. He learns absolutely nothing from his shit. Bro, you are a lolcow. I'm sorry. Because that is one of the absolute traits of a lolcow. They do not learn from situations that they have been in. Holy shit! You idiot! Oh my god.
even down to the fact that the trolls blamed me, which I screen capped, for him canceling the Mike Klum documentary.
Rich was on a warpath.
So some of Phil's dented detractors have said to me, today is the day of God. How could you be so mean on the day of God? So I said to myself, you know what? I will say a prayer. Lord Jesus, please pray for these lost souls and tell them to come suck my dick.
Detractor Dent.
What? Why? How are you going to activate the very same people that you don't want fucking with you? If you don't want them to be fucking with you, don't fuck with them. Ignore them. Eventually, they will move on. There will be a few who will never move on, but you know what? It gets easier and easier to learn how to ignore people. It does. It's hard at first. I'm gonna tell you now, it's hard at first. But eventually, you learn how to ignore them and you stop giving a fuck what they have to say. Good God.
They're different than detractors for giving me a healthy amount of good, solid content for the Jay and I this evening.
So well, first off, I'm going to start off with an apology. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably thought that I have lost my mind over the past 24 hours. I have not. It was by design.
Okay, by the way, your green screen sucks. Okay? My ADHD is going crazy watching this.
It was done to farm motherfucking dumbass pieces of shit for content, and congratulations, they did it.
Congratulations. It cannot be overstated how bad antagonizing Phil's detractors was at this time when his views were still going severely downhill. And now Rich was set in abandoning his channel's mainstay content altogether.
It has to die, Jay. The news has to die. It gotta go away. There's no one that could convince me out of it this time.
In February, he restated his commitment, stating that he wants to make video game retrospectives.
I'm actually joined today by Jay. He's my editor, and those will be projects from, not to sound corny, from the heart. I don't want to hire outside script writers. I want it to be from us.
At this point in time, Rich has made more videos brainstorming what he wants to make than the actual videos he wants to make. This is never a good sign. And Jay, Rich's editor, saw what others did. And so Jay continued to try to convince him to keep doing the news videos. But Rich did not relent, and things went from bad to catastrophic.
Listen,
Oh, God, here we go. Is this the Jay situation? Because I'm going to be honest, the only thing I know about the Jay situation is he didn't pay his editor. This was right before Jay firing. Okay, that's the only thing I know about the Jace. Again, I know nothing about RTU. And Stan for 199, thank you for not having a soundboard. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're very welcome. And because of that, I'm going to get a soundboard, and we're going to have sounds every 15 seconds. Okay? We're going to have clapping. I'm going to steal the Keemstar sound. Da-dun-dun-dun. I'm going to steal that. I'm going to steal Tipsters. The one thing that Tipster does all the time. The cope and seed one that he does or whatever. I'm going to do that. Yeah, coping and seething. That one. I'm going to steal that one. Oh my God. I'm going to put y'all through hell. Okay? Just letting y'all know. Oh yeah, it's happening. It's happening. No, I'm gonna do it better than Nick, okay? Listen, that meatball marinara may be able to make beautiful goddamn videos, okay? But I'm gonna beat him when it comes to the soundboard. I'm going to beat Nick in something, all right? Even though I got him beat in age, all right? I'm ahead by a long shot in age. I'm gonna beat him in something that's gonna be the soundboard. It's time.
Blended with this, my fat ass will go fucking bankrupt getting the prettiest suit. I will go there with a smile on because you know what?
There is an absolute shitstorm coming out right now.
It'll destroy your reputation, and I'll get publicity out of it because a giant pussy from Canada wanted to sue me because his feelings were hurt. Like, you come here.
As it was coming out, late February, Jay was no longer working for Rich, and his firing was far from amicable. 8-Bit Eric, a relatively small channel, was
Ugh. I'm sorry. I have no love for 8-Bit Garrett. No love whatsoever. I do not like 8-Bit Garrett. I do not like him at all. And you cannot convince me otherwise. You cannot convince me otherwise. Next URR. Xylie violates her community. Germ! Thank you for the 2. Germ, are you part of the... Germ, I have to ask you. Are you part of the union? I feel like you're part of the union that, Teddy and Crash belongs to. I really do. I feel like you're part of that union. Which is fine. I mean, we support the union here. All right? We support them. I wasn't hired into the union. Okay, well, we need to get you in that union. You belong there. You belong there. Okay? I'll put in a good word for you. I'll tell the union rep, Teddy, to put you in that union. Oh, you'll submit his application at the next meeting, Crash? Okay, good. 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 Germ needs to be in there, 100%.
Covering the situation as it was evolving in Jay's Discord. And just as Rich had done to Big Cheese, he was making Facebook posts cryptically talking about the situation.
From Richard on his Facebook, it says, I need to be able to afford my rent. Proceeds to buy parts to upgrade the gaming PC I gave him, and dude got paid by me on top of that. I guess money magically floated out of thin air. Miracles do happen. Man, oh man, get fucked, my boy.
Rich deleted that post and apologized. But in that same apology, he still belittles Jay.
Richard comes out and says, you know what, I deleted the post. Instead of making a public shit show, may the best man win, and by best man I mean I'll win. I do better without parasites attached to me anyway.
This was quickly gaining attention, and there are...
Rich, I'm gonna be honest. Rich fights like a teenage girl. He literally fights like a teenage girl. With the shit that he says and the way he goes back on what he says and shit, like, he literally fights like a teenage girl on her period. Not gonna lie. That's how he fights. That's sad. You're a grown-ass man. What's wrong with you? You're not 13. You're not 14. You're a grown-ass man. Bruh.
There are a lot of smaller supports that build up this falling out. Though it appeared sudden, there were a few reasons Rich was combative. On Rich's side, he was annoyed that Jay did not want to create shorts for Rich's streaming channel. The reason Jay refused was because of lack of direction in this request. Rich's streams are full of dead
Somebody said something. Oh, okay. CIA says, Xylie, Jay did all the work for Rich. Jay did the research, the scripting, and editing. Oh, wow. Damn. Really? I mean, there's nothing wrong with him doing that, but as long as he got paid, though, that's the thing. I mean, bro, have some respect for the person who helped your channel out like that, because that's a lot to be doing for somebody. Damn, that's, oof.
And generally lacked substance. To ask Jay to scrub multi-hour-long streams for usable clips, it did not win him over. But that was while Jay was still employed. There were also elements around the firing, like that the firing came from a text message, and that Jay was fired on his birthday. There was also the matter of the retainer. As Jay stated, they had a deal in the case that Jay was fired that he would be owed a full month's pay. Rich initially did not want to honor this.
I put this in place because he was a nightmare to work with and unreliable at times. When he was told that he would have to pay me this, he said I was extorting, and he paid me half, leaving me in shock. He then brought the PC, which wasn't a gift. It was meant for me to work on his show and bring in money for both of us.
Rich had very recently given Jay a PC, though it was clear that this was for work. Rich was using this as leverage to not commit to the payment he was promised. What's also...
Okay, was that promise in writing? Like, was it in a text of some sort? Was that promise in writing that he was supposed to do that with Jay? Ooh. See, with something like that, you need it in writing. That's not a voice call type of thing. You either record that call that they say something like that, or you get it in writing. Yeah, don't be doing verbal agreements like that, because if you can't prove that they said that, you know what I mean? It's a he said situation at that point. That's a good question, Crash. Why did they never get it in writing? I agree. I agree with you. Yeah, but here's the thing. It would be more leverage if he had it in writing. That's my whole point, Lass. And I'm not saying Jay is wrong, and I'm not saying Jay is lying. I'm looking at this from like a commentary place. You know what I mean? Like, when I hear something like that, I want to see proof of it. That's just, you know, I have to look at everything analytical like that. You know what I mean? If it was on stream, yeah, that's recorded. If it's recorded that it was, like, that's what they were going to do, yes, that's the same. It's like with the whole Tommy and Keemstar thing. Well, it may not have been in writing, but we all had examples from live streams where Keem approved that vacation of Tommy's. It was on live streams. There are, I think, at least 2 timestamps that prove that Keem was okay and was going to cover for Tommy while he was on vacation because Tommy covered for him. That still counts. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Jay is lying. I'm just, again, I'm looking at it like analytical because I don't know the situation. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So don't at me, mofos.
Interesting about this computer is that Rich cared so little about it initially that he was going to give it away to Darkside Phil.
So I'm literally still looking at the computer right now. Eventually, I have a friend, another friend up in Canada. I'm going to give it to.
The reason Jay got the PC was because Darkside Phil refused it, possibly.
Wait, why was he trying to give it to Darkside Phil? I thought he didn't like DSP. Why was he trying to give that PC to Darkside Phil? Okay, all right, I'll listen.
Fearing that it may have spyware. This escalated well into March. On March 5th, Jay tweeted, quote, "I want to say that yesterday Rich sent me a bunch of really terrible audio messages that made it clear how he feels. I am done. I can't deal with nonsense anymore. I've been worried how this will look for him. I didn't want to have to say anything again, but I am done trying to help him." Unquote. In a different tweet, Jay stated that he wasn't going to read them, but to ask Rich to play them on his show. Jay then tweets that he is done with the situation once more.
Since it's out there, you know what, Jay? I'll play the messages.
Do you realize how much damage you not getting a $500 when you've gotten so much extra from me throughout the years?
There's not much substance in these initially private voice messages. They recap the drama and include some belittlement of Jay. However, Rich was furious that Jay exposed their existence, and now having paid Jay the money owed, he saw it fit to go after him rather than let things die down.
Okay, so he paid Jay. RTU wanted to do amends with DSP to get a collab. Okay, thank you, Jerm. So did he pay Jay? He ended up paying Jay, right? That's what it sounds like. So why didn't he just leave it alone once he paid him? Why keep it going? You take the L, pay him. You should have paid him anyway. Oh, God. You know, there's nothing worse than a dude trying so hard to be the alpha male. Most dudes who try to be alpha males aren't alpha at all. They don't understand what an alpha male is. Because the alpha male doesn't have to, quote unquote, act like an alpha male. They don't have to tell you they're an alpha male. They just exist. Ugh.
Here, Rich provides reasons why Jay was not the best employee, including the times he refused to make clips and shorts for the channel.
You got paid to basically sit on your ass. Now, there are times I've made you wait with my terrible time management, and I will own that. But again, you stayed. How many times did I give you extra shit, extra money?
Rich played his hand. This is all he had against Jay.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to block him and move on.
This was a lie. Though Rich...
But you're not moving on. You're talking about it. Once you paid him, that should have been it. Because I'm going to tell you now, Rich, you're not Keemstar, okay? Keemstar can get away with memeing it, okay? Because you could clearly look at Keemstar and know he's joking. Anybody who takes Keemstar serious when he's talking about getting scammed, you don't know Keemstar. You can look at his face and tell he's doing it as a joke. And he's memeing it. He's not being serious at all. He's still cracking jokes about it in the group chat. You know? And guess what? He gets digged back at, right back at him. You know? He's still trying to talk to Jay to this day, and Jay is too damn nice to stop interacting with Rich. Yeah, Jay, just stop interacting with him. Block him and move on, dude. You sound like a really, really nice dude. And you know what? You did good to help him with his channel when he first started, and you did good by scripting and editing and stuff like that for him. Just move on, honey. He ain't worth it. He ain't worth it.
lacked ammunition, he sought to continue the feud.
You're the sidekick everywhere you go. That's not jealousy saying that when you used to sit there and sound like your balls were getting grabbed. JKB back with another video. You couldn't cut it. That's why you became my editor. You got paid to basically sit on your ass. Now, there are times I've made you wait with my terrible time management. Now, dude, I admit all the fucking time when I'm in the wrong with stuff. All the time. I eat crow all the time when I fuck up. I'm not admitting it with this one.
I don't think you had the caucasity to say. I can't believe you had the caucasity to say that. I have literally sat here and watched the history of you, and bro, the caucasity, my God. Holy shit. Germ for 5. Rich is the NYC white boy who grew up in a black neighborhood who constantly got bullied as a kid, and he has to project that into his everyday life. I don't think it has to do with that. I don't know. I don't know about any of that you're talking about. But I will say this. He does act like he was bullied as a kid. But I don't know about that other stuff you're talking about. I'll put it that way.
The heights I'm going to go to, because this is put a fire under my ass like you wouldn't believe, are going to be incredible.
This drama was coming out during Rich's worst performing month this year, so far. But Jay also wasn't done, because he did a podcast breaking down what happened.
So let's get this straight. He said...
Oh, Nerdy John! Nerdy John shout out. Nerdy John shout out. My boy Nerdy John made a video on Joon the King. I mean, made it in a video of Joon the King. Good for him. Good for him, Nerdy John. Good for you, bro. Hell yeah.
I'm a parasite. Then he made a stream about it and said, I stand by what I said. And then days later, he apologized. He said, I shouldn't have done that. And now where are we at? I don't even know, because it's like being on a roller coaster that spins. Yeah. I don't even know what direction we're in when it comes to what he's talking about.
As poorly as Rich continued to handle this, there were moments where Jay prodded Rich, excusing these prawns.
Okay, I can't help it. When they show Jay here, I want Jay's hat. I love this hat Jay is wearing. I'm sorry. I know that's a side note and it has nothing to do with this video. But every time they show Jay here, I want that hat. I just love that hat he's wearing. I'm sorry. I know that's weird. And that was my ADHD. I squirreled for a moment. But I love that hat. Yeah, I know I squirreled. Leave me alone.
As jokes, like when he made a channel called Review Tech Canada after being fired. This channel was removed after a day. Being that Rich has had various detractor channels that follow him intently that are spin-offs of his channel's name, this could be seen as a strike at Rich. There was also the firing on his birthday that, while accurate, was getting the criticism that he was victimizing himself.
And it was supposed to be like a public joke where people went, oh, he's Review Tech Canada for a day or whatever on his YouTube channel. I changed it literally for like 20 hours. My first stream was called I'm Fired on My Birthday, which is what technically happened. You know, and it was a joke.
In the overall picture, it did not matter because Rich was far more aggressive and a dam was beginning to leak. As Rich previously brought...
Damn, he got fired on his birthday? That's fucked up. Aw, that makes me think of Doug. When Doc fired him on his birthday. Aw, sad face. Aw, you don't fire somebody on their birthday. At least wait till the day after. My God. Oh, man.
Forward all reasons why Jay should be disliked, users were finding more and more reasons why Rich should be felled. This was becoming a rabbit hole as one event was hooked to another, and slowly his controversial history was being dug up, like this podcast that he did with Jay.
How many times did he bring up people hate him? Yeah, during the streams. Constantly. He in the last...
Uh-oh, Squatching is famous. I just heard Squatching. Squatching made it into a Joon video. Oh no, that was K-Huck? Oh, excuse me. K-Huck made it in. K-Huck made it in. No, Squatchin says it was me. Okay. Okay, you both made it, okay? I don't want y'all fighting in the chat on who made it into the Joon the King video. Alright? Shit. Oh, God. Okay, both of them. Yes. All right, both of them. Good job, ladies.
Like, I'd say 6 months if you go back. He was proud of the fact that people didn't like him. And when we would stream together, and this is something I never talked about, he had Ethan Ralph's ex-wife on the show, quote unquote.
This was an event that happened just 2 months.
Okay, I did watch that. That was so funny. Oh my God, that was so funny. I did watch that clip though.
Months ago, in the period that Jay and Rich still streamed together, when the alleged ex-wife of a controversial creator was interviewed. Naturally, it was a troll that strung Rich along for nearly 30 minutes. The troll then linked the call to a different troll that Rich willingly accepted.
Did you ever see that time where because you kept mentioning the hard R before, did you ever see when he was talking about the hard R?
Yes.
It meant something different when he said it.
Yeah, that was that the video you're talking about?
You know that hard R means, well, I don't want to say it, but.
Well, we said rape before.
Yeah,
like,
okay, so I can say it? Are you saying I can say it?
Yeah, you could say
You're
it.
giving me the pass? Hard R means...
The troll goes on to say the N-word, and Rich and Jay fully understand the situation they were in. More of these moments that make Rich a fool would come to light if he continued this crusade. And it seemed that Rich was fully committed to do so, as he announced he would be on the podcast Locale Live, but then walked it back soon after.
We're doing a video on my channel, and we're both going to be candid. We're going to be professional, we're going to be civil, no one's going to yell. Yeah, I'm not going to do the Locale podcast. This is better. Not going to go on there.
This video did not come, and the truce lasted.
That's funny. You sure did want to do Locale at one point. Thought you were going to be the host of it, huh? You thought you were going to be the host of it.
Only 4 days. It was this tweet of Jay's that possibly reignited the flame, stating that he was going to do an interview with Darkside Phil, but it was going to be a positive one because he was sick of all the negativity. Rich sought to ruin this opportunity by exposing the time Jay talked negatively about Phil. Rich then went on to tweet that Jay tried to extort him over the phone, but being that it wasn't recorded, there is no existing proof. Jay then responded to Rich, and this soon became back and forth. Rich stated that his channel would outperform Jay's a year from now, and Jay responded by saying that Rich has a clear advantage, while adding that he would not recommend working for Rich. This ended with Jay calling Rich a crazy ex, and also calling him by a nickname, Dickie. Just like the fake ex-wife Rich interviewed, this was also a nugget into Rich's humiliating history. Specifically, this old video of Rich talking about one of his prior jobs where a strung-out coworker gave him a disparaging nickname.
He continues on and goes, even better. Even better. I'm gonna call you Dickers. You are Dickers!
Because of the resurfacing of this nickname, Dickers is what detractors of Rich would derisively refer to him as.
Oh. No. Oh my God, this is why you don't fuck people over. You do not fuck people over. This is why you don't do that. Oh my God. This is why you don't do that. Oh man.
Retaliation to Jay's tweet, Rich finally went on the Locale Live podcast where he breaks down the situation.
What I'm saying is, when I hear your point of view, I'm on your side. I would really like Jay to get here to hear Jay's point of view on this, but
I would love him here too.
Everything that I'm hearing, I have to side with Rich.
Though Keemstar points out that Jay was not present to deliver his point of view, he does side with Rich. And with Rich now feeling justified and victorious, he makes it abundantly clear that he is done with the Jay drama, even considering the times he said he was done before, to then only jump back in.
I am going to say to people, please refer to this, whatever episode this is. That's it. Like, I don't want to talk about him anymore. I don't want to, like, I'm done. Like, yeah, I know I've went back and forth.
And like the perfect Locale, you were not done.
Of anger.
Rich also reveals a few details of this upcoming high-quality project that is supposed to set the tone for the future of his channel.
It's a retrospective on the industry and how it's fucked right now, and it's about 40 minutes long, and I, to the best of my ability, tried to make it like as close
industry
as I can.
as in like YouTube, or like industry like
gaming, how it's changed and how the industry right now is like in limbo, kind of like me. And it's fucked, and I kind of just go and I just went balls deep into it, so it's like 40 minutes long.
His description of this project was very broad, but that wasn't what Rich was talking about now on his stream.
Dude, I was on the Locale podcast today. I put the final nail in Jay's fucking live streaming career. I'm feeling pretty good, actually.
Oh God, ew. Ew. No. What is wrong with you, bro? Rich said it was Netflix level editing, bruh.
No, it'll never be worked out. We will never be friends again.
Rich, still in this high, now challenges 8-Bit Eric.
I ruined one career. Let me ruin another one. You're trying to hurt my fucking career, so come on the show.
What careers have you ruined? I need to know. What careers have you ruined? Bruh.
Let's see if I can go 2 for 2 today.
His thumbnail for that stream was a mock funeral for Jay. Ugh, God.
8-Bit Eric responds the same day, confused at Rich's challenge.
You said sorry to me. You sent me an apology. Apology didn't mean jack, because look how you're acting. It's a cycle. You need help. All right?
Perhaps this is a mental lapse, though Rich doesn't seem to think so.
You're right. I have to admit, because that I'll be no better than I do need help. Cycle. I have more issues now. I've always had issues, I'll admit it. I have more issues now, especially after the events that happened. And it does reflect in things.
The cherry on top was Rich's reason for feeling vindicated was his appearance on Locale Live. But that was not even uploaded officially to their channel.
I forgot the episode isn't up yet. A lot of you don't understand. I'm sorry.
There was at least a few days of silence. This could have ended here, but then Jay...
You idiot. Oh, so that was an episode? Oh, no, that's right, because they used to take the live streams down and edit it and put the episode out. That's why. Okay, that's why.
On his live stream, received a donation from what appeared to be at first glance a random fan.
Hey, Jay. I love the show and think you're doing a great job. However, I think it's disingenuous that you said that Rich copied your humor. Why lie?
Yeah, I didn't lie. I don't know about the part. I never said that Rich stole my humor. I said that Rich and I developed all the humor together.
Jay, suspicious about this donation, likely looked at the PayPal address, which confirmed his suspicions.
Are you kidding me? Okay. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Jay, in disbelief that Rich would do something this stupid, held off on informing his...
Rich, did you really do that, bro? Really? Did you forget how those donations work? Did you forget that, you idiot? Did you forget that's how that works? You dummy. You're fucking stupid. Bruh. Jesus Christ.
Audience and streamed as usual until he was interrupted by another donation.
You're not even a good troll. You're not even good at it. You're not even good at it. All these years of training from being trolled and you can't even troll good. What is wrong with you?
Why did you not go on a show with Rich when Rich went on the Lolco podcast? He's awful. But if you had nothing to hide, why evade going on a stream with him? You went on a podcast. Wouldn't it be better to clear the air with him there?
And then another.
Oh, brother.
And another.
Maybe you won't come on a stream because you have a lot to hide.
Oh, man.
Listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love hate donations. Donate to me. Give me your money. I don't care. That's fine. I appreciate it. Give me your hate money. I don't care. Shit. Yeah, I don't like that TTS voice. I really don't like that TTS voice. It's different, though. It's different. That's not a voice everybody uses.
Man. White Lando says, I wonder who that actually is. And somebody else says, people have no life. Anyways.
This was brought to the attention of Rich, who then openly admitted those came from him.
If I wanted to, say something, I wanted to be a sexy lady. Enjoy the money, Jay. That's all you got to worry about.
This.
You're an asshole. You're an absolute asshole. You're not funny, bro. You're not good at this. Ugh.
Was all happening while Rich was killing his channel. He had very few allies, and even the Locale podcast that he thought vindicated him were not so supportive.
Dude, his show is garbage. So I'll click on it every once in a while to see what's going on, right? And every time I'm on there, he's playing with his boobs and he's got chickens and he's making gay jokes. Like, I'm gonna fuck my editor. Like, I'm gonna fuck you in the ass. And it's gonna feel. It's like, what? What is going on?
For the 5th month in a row, his views were on a fast decline. What was meant to bring them up was his high-quality video that he had been promoting for several months now. It was unfortunate.
You know what that kind of tells me? It kind of tells me this. Not only did he get screwed... Well, no, he didn't get screwed over by the Jay situation. I'm talking views only, okay? When I say this, I mean only in views, okay? that it kind of seems like to me his success was his hate watchers. But eventually, hate watchers move on. And it seems like to me, the hate watchers were like, bruh, this Jay stuff went too far. We're moving on to somebody else. You know? That's what it seems like to me.
It released on April 1st. These are the first 14 seconds of the video with absolutely no alteration made.
Wait, what?
Months now. It was unfortunate it released on April. To bring them up was his high-quality video that he had been promoting for several months now. It was unfortunate it released on April 1st. These are the first 14 seconds of the video with absolutely no alteration made.
Try to relax your anus. It's time to talk about my man history.
This nearly.
Bruh. What the fuck was that? What was that? What the hell was that?
The 40-minute long video that was his gaming retrospective was a phenomenally terrible video. It is presented as Rich's retrospective, but Rich was not anyone prominent in the gaming environment nor interested.
Skelly, you make better videos than that. The hell? What happened was Jay's drama split the fan base. Ah, okay, Germ. Thank you. Thank you. Dear God. Skelly doesn't even... Skelly just has a bad mic, though. I like Skelly's videos. Bruh.
It is presented as Rich's retrospective, but Rich was not anyone prominent in the gaming environment nor introspective, so for him to select himself as the porthole already severely limits interest and relatability as it makes it largely about himself. On that note, it is full of inside jokes and clips that even when understood, do nothing but interrupt the video. The pacing is also entirely off. Instead of an intro or hook, it opens with a disorienting mess of sound effects and commercials. His tone throughout was unconfident and confused. It also has detracted full-length ads of the...
You know what that means? That means you suck at this, Rich. Stick to live streaming, dude.
Commercials. His tone throughout was unconfident and confused. It also has detracted full-length ads of the products he was talking about, not to mention his own cutaways.
Oh yeah.
Why? Oh my God.
The comments were all criticizing this work. Quote, I had to make sure I wasn't signed to Netflix. This man hyped up this video saying it would be 40 minutes long, and most of it is just trailers to make a 5-minute video longer. I think this video was way overhyped. I thought we were gonna get an actual video essay with a solid script and good editing. This only feels like a regular RTU rambling video, but longer and some random clips. Unquote. Rich's video was not entirely without value. It still provided a decent amount of entertainment, just not in the way he anticipated.
Oh God, Kino's Casino, no! No, you're cooked. You're cooked. You're cooked. Oh my God, no. No.
Read this one, Ann. That's a great one.
I can see why you had an editor before, because this is a rough cut at best. And honestly, you being high out of your mind is extremely distracting.
That was from the Kino Casino live stream, segments of which are uploaded to their Clips channel on YouTube. As Rich's channel was dying, his own videos were fighting a losing battle against various channels tearing him down. Searching Review Tech USA now will return some of his videos, but mostly the Kino Casino clips and Snort Hogan's own videos.
Ooh, 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 that's gotta be rough. That's gotta be rough.
I'm gonna call you Dickers. You!
He gets get called Dickers every day at work.
Okay, I have to admit, I love Andy Worski's laugh. I'm not gonna lie. When I hear a clip of Andy Worski laughing, it's just infectious to me. I can't help it. He has a laugh to me like Nick. Nick has a laugh that's infectious. I can't help it. Like, I automatically smile when I hear Nick laugh. I do the same thing when I hear Andy Worski laugh. Yeah, I can't help it. I just automatically get happy when I hear him laugh because it's infectious. Yeah, Tommy C has a great laugh too. Yeah, he's another one when he starts, especially when he gets going. Oh my God, it just fills my heart with happiness when I hear them laugh. I can't help it.
You're Dickers. Imagine telling this.
Osmo's not as far as I know.
Sorry, when you got pressed.
The dam finally broke all at once. The Kino Casino was resurfacing the Big Cheese drama. Rich's doxing, the new egg fiasco, the times his mother interrupted his stream, theories about his weight loss.
Oh, so they've been going through all of Rich's shit. Because they're on Kick, so I don't watch them. I watch, like, I see clips on Twitter. That's what I see. I see clips on Twitter when they're promoting a show. Oh, shit. Because they're on Kick, so I don't get notifications on Kick, so I don't watch them. But I see, like, the clips and stuff like that.
His falling out with Jay, all of his history and more, like his dating profile, even looking into when his Discord server had an NSFW section, and a user uploaded imagery that wasn't taken down.
He shows, hey, like 4 years ago, the mods were added about this and they swept up the lolly.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a clip channel on YouTube, to be honest. I didn't know that.
And he asks, why did you keep lolly on your public channel, Rich, for years?
Additionally, there was this video of Rich shouting in a mall to win an all-night spat.
All right, everybody, I'm spreading the breaking news that the quartering is a giant pussy in public. So here we go. Here we go. Hello, everybody. I have breaking news. The quartering is a giant pussy.
Why would you do that? And why do you think that's a cute thing to do? What are you doing, Rich? Why would he do that? What?
Thank you. That's all.
The Kino Casino was covering Rich's history and watching his live streams heavily during the month of April. As it turned out, Rich...
I mean, he's right. The quartering is. I can't stand the quartering. Don't even get me started on the quartering. I cannot stand that mofo. And he's only gotten, and I'm going to be honest. He's only gotten worse since Elon Musk took over Twitter. Because then he could get away with what his real stances on things are. Before, he tried to hide it. But now he's full blown. Oh, bruh. No, sir. No, sir. Quartering is disgusting. I can't stand... Yeah, I can't stand Quarter Pounder. I can't stand him. Ugh. He's a disgusting human being.
Was watching them as well.
Oh, wait.
So was he...
Yeah, his mask came off, yep.
I think he had it open by accident, and then our stream started playing.
No way!
Wait.
Was covering Rich's history and...
Thank you.
Wait, I missed something. Hold on.
The Kino Casino was covering Rich's history and watching his live streams heavily during the month of April. As it turned out, Rich was watching them as well.
Oh, wait.
So was he...
Did he have it open by accident?
I think he had it open by accident, and then our stream started playing.
No way!
Like our pre-stream.
That is her.
Oh my God, he let them know that he was watching what they were saying. Oh God, Rich. No. Rule number 1 about hate watching. You don't talk about the hate watching. That's rule number 1. You don't talk about it. You make sure it's not visible. You don't tell people that you're hate watching. That's rule number 1. Rule number 1. And never let... Yes, that's rule number 2, hint. Never let them know you're there. You don't type in the chat. That's one thing great about YouTube. As long as you don't type in the chat, you don't show up on the list of people that are typing in the chat. Twitch... It's harder on Twitch, okay? Because Twitch shows you everybody who's watching. But on YouTube, I don't know what Kick does, though. Does Kick show you? Is Kick like Twitch where they show you everybody who's watching? Because if they do, then you make an alt account. Ooh.
He had her stream open, bro. You're right.
The importance of this catch was that both Rich's stream and the Kino Casinos were live simultaneously.
No.
The Kino Casino dug up some minor drama and titled the stream Review Tech USA Exposed. Rich, likely seeing this, decided to address what he thought the drama was.
Oh.
A miscalculation that opened up a can of worms no one knew.
All of us.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No. What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? Oh my God.
Was a miscalculation that opened up a can of worms no one knew about but him.
All of a sudden, I'm looking in Dropbox, and if you have the Dropbox app, for those of you who are familiar, you see like the recent you know, whether it be apps or files that you've been using. And I'm like, why the f am I seeing pictures of my ex's other kids?
What Rich just...
Wait, germ for 2, Dropbox scandal. Okay, apparently we're going into the, okay, all right. Let me take this in.
My ex's other kids.
What Rich just admitted was that his Dropbox was recently hacked. The hack was of Canadian origin. Within that Dropbox were images of his ex's kids in bikinis, but it was set up in that way because they all had a shared account. Rich verifies the story by calling who he claims to be his ex-wife.
Quick question for you, as you're sleeping. Those pictures in my Dropbox, why are they there?
Because my kids used to upload their phones to our Dropbox.
Before they sold them, correct?
Yeah. Before they trade them back in.
Okay, that's all. Go back to sleep.
As these streams are going on, suddenly the pieces are falling into place as to why Rich decided to come forward with the existence of these photos.
We had Rich exposed literally about something completely different, and he thought he was hacked. He was using a VPN that had Saint Sue Marie apparently or some shit on the VPN, and he thought we went through his Dropbox.
Wait, what? I don't understand. Wait, I don't understand. I need somebody to explain this to me. Also, Rich was never married. Okay, Rich was never married. But I need somebody to explain this Dropbox thing because I don't understand it. And I'm not trying to be stupid. I legit don't understand. Because... what?
So, go back to sleep.
As these streams are going on, suddenly the pieces are falling into place as to why Rich decided to come forward with the existence of these photos.
We had Rich exposed literally about...
Rich has had kids in bikinis, specifically his ex's kids, on his Dropbox. There's 2 versions of the Dropbox. That doesn't tell me anything. I don't understand what they're trying to say here. They try to say he was being creepy with his ex's kids. Oh! Oh! Okay, so if that's not the case then. You can share a Dropbox. When you take a picture, it can be shared to the Dropbox. He's saying that he was sent them. Okay, germ for 5. Rich jumped ahead and exposed himself for having his ex-fiance's kids on a Dropbox when apparently the Dropbox was linked to a computer Jay had. But why was the Dropbox linked? Why was the Dropbox linked to the computer Jay had? Basically, they were messing with him and he thought he got hacked. Oh, okay. Thank you, Yamato. Thank you, because I was getting confused. Listen, guys, okay? I'm an old lady, and I will take the L when I need to take the L, okay? When I don't understand something, I rely on you fuckers, all right? Okay, families do that to share pics. Okay, I don't know nothing about Dropbox because I don't think I've ever used Dropbox. I don't think. Okay, so Dropbox costs money after a certain amount of storage, so Rich was being cheap. Okay. So Rich then used it and then gave it to... okay. Alright. Okay, thank you. Alright, thank you. I appreciate y'all because I really didn't understand it. That was like a legit not understanding. Alright. So basically they trolled him. They were trolling him. Yeah, true, Crash. Okay, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Sorry about that. I wasn't trying to be dumb, but I was like, what?
Completely different. Okay. And he thought he was hacked. He was using a VPN that had Saint Sue Marie apparently or some shit on the VPN, and he thought we went through his Dropbox.
How stupid is this guy?
I don't know.
There were many theories.
Oh, so he was thinking that Kino Casino hacked into his Dropbox. Bruh. Okay, I get it. All right. Okay, boom. And they obviously didn't. But Jay having the computer where the Dropbox was already in the computer, that's where the Canadian thing comes in because Jay is in Canada. Bam. Okay. See, it takes me a while. I'm old. Leave me alone. But I'll eventually get it. Okay? Whew. Shit.
Crafted.
And Jay is friends with Worski. Okay, see, there you go. So he was thinking that Kino Casino hacked into his Dropbox when they didn't.
Generous in explaining why those photos were on there. The facts are that in May 2024, Review Tech was at its lowest point in over 10 years. It is a dead channel.
Neon,
this is not
driving
drawn
Miss
from its
Xylie.
decline or speculation of its future. Review Tech USA is a dead channel because on May 21st, 2024, Rich posted this goodbye video.
I'm over what at least Review Tech USA was. I did this for over a decade. Over a decade. I got to sit in front of a camera and be an idiot for a living.
Rich in this video also explained he had some personal, possibly family-related things he was dealing with last month. As for his channel, he reiterates that he is tired of the news and is giving up on it, but will post every now and then if something catches his interest. His efforts going forward will be in live streaming and his music production, but it was not even an entire 24 hours later that he posted another news video. Here he excuses his immediate comeback as a contractual obligation for a sponsor. None of the top comments are discussing the subject of the video, but rather Rich's short-lived goodbye.
Oh. That looks like you're pulling a Keffels when you do that. At least, if anything, at least when you say goodbye and if you do have sponsorship obligations, you let them know in the goodbye, listen, I'm going to be uploading videos for these contractual obligations, but after that, I'm done. At least explain it. Yeah, the video was on Keffels. Yeah, it is ironic, actually.
This is not the first time this happened. Even barring all the videos Rich has made, stating that he is seeking to make a different form of content.
Rothgar for $4.99. They were trolling and he volunteered that Dropbox bombshell like the lolcow does. Yeah, it certainly looks like that. Thank you for the $4.99.
In 2022, in response to YouTube's inaction of Quantum TV, Rich tweeted he is, quote, officially retiring from making conventional videos on Review Tech USA. YouTube has made it abundantly clear that my kind of content either has to be heavily censored or is no longer welcome on the platform, unquote. This did not last and he returned. And as of June 2024, Rich and Jay have made up once again. Review Tech USA is hovering.
Wait, what?
And as of June 2024, Rich and Jay.
Listen, rehire me, fuck me, fire me again, rehire me once more, fuck me twice more, fire me again, let's go. What the hell? Jay! What?
Have made up once again. Review Tech USA is hovering around 300,000 views for the past 30 days. It has been abandoned. Though Rich can still be found on his streaming channel RTU Streams, where he streams intoxicated. Like all creators that stream, his audience is drawn closer to him, therefore increasing the interactions between him and his building detractor base. Everything in the past 10 years has been building up to this moment. From Rich's controversial past that serves as a base for the hate, to the killing of his channel which provides discovery to detractor channels.
Oh, God.
And the tragedies in his personal life that have skyrocketed his anxiety, which has him responding both impulsively and angrily. Rich has now completed his transition, not to how he wanted to see himself as a respected content.
No, he's a lolcow. He's 100% a lolcow. He's been showing the signs for over a decade. Holy shit! Like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't understand why people were calling him a lolcow. Like, yeah, seeing the stuff on Twitter about the Jay thing, I was like, yeah, that's lolcow behavior. But everybody does lolcow behavior at one point or time in their existence on YouTube, all right? But it's how you recover from your spurgout or whatever. It's how you recover. It's how you take that L. It determines on whether you're a lolcow or not. He's been showing signs for over a decade he was a fucking lolcow. Holy shit.
Creator that creates long-form passion projects that are beloved, but as a laughingstock that constantly shifts in his intentions, how he views his relationships, and how he sees his future, that is hard to see as anything but grim.
Damn! Damn! Holy shit! Good gracious! That was crazy! That was absolutely crazy! Germ for 2. Can we give DSP his well-deserved W? No. DSP will never get a W out of my mouth. Ever. Ever. I don't care. I do not care. I am not giving that man a W. No. He would have to do something extraordinary like Superman for me to give him a W. Absolutely not. Grizzly Bear, 1996. Thank you for being a member for 17 months. Good God, Grizzly Bear. You've been with me for a while. What did I miss? You missed 3 hours and 17 minutes worth of Review Tech USA. Oh, and a Rich Lux diss track in the beginning. Zats for $4.99. Are you going to watch Joon's doc on DSP? It's around 4 hours. No. Although I should. I should. Not doing it today. That's for damn sure. So, okay. Let me do something real quick. Oh, there we go. Alright guys, well thank you for being with me for over 3 hours now. I knew that video was going to take me like 3 hours. I learned a lot today. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the chatters. Thank you to the lurkers. Thank you to my hate watchers. I love y'all too. Kisses, kisses. And yeah, that's the end of the stream. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go do housewife stuff. I'm gonna send y'all over to Tommy because Tommy is live right now. So y'all have a great day, night, or evening wherever you are. Yamato, thank you for joining the Just Saying squad. I truly appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. Go say hi to Tommy. All right, guys. All right. See y'all later. Bye.